Wanda.
Are you live yet?
We are live right now.
Okay, awesome.
Welcome, YouTube.
Hello.
I don't see. Oh, never mind. Live in 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, time to share.
There we go.
Target.
Oh yeah, put your link for the thingamabob.
Thingamabobber.
So you guys want to split the terrascopes again?
Yeah.
I'll do Earth.
Yeah. I'll do water and air again.
Okay, you do fire.
I'll do fire. I'm
Of
gonna do
course.
fire. That's what's up.
Yeah. You so would.
I'm feeling really earthy, so.
I just pulled the drink more water card.
Sucker. Hydrate.
Hydrate before you don't, as they say. Share to a page. Nailed it. Good one, me.
Ladies and yes, Jack's changing options in the box.
That's what they call me. Jack has options sometimes.
Boy.
This guy.
Shout out to y'all who are joining us live right now.
Yeah, if you're here live already, then we love you.
We love you a lot.
Watching the replay, we also love you.
Lots.
Sometimes.
If you are just seeing this, some of you are probably wondering why you didn't get a notification. Zoom doesn't allow me that luxury. So shout out to those of you.
Because YouTube sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's Zoom. They're crappy when it comes to that.
Be careful before Zoom shuts down.
I know.
I was like, what did you just fucking say?
Your lights flicker and there's like a man in the corner. What are you talking about, Asari? We don't like to be spoken about that way.
I'm paying for this shit too, so you guys better not shut me down. Let's see. I don't want to enter full screen mode. Let's do this.
Oh, all right, y'all. What's up? I see we got all sorts of amazing characters in this chat right here.
Micra, Andrew, Carolyn.
And that's it. That's all Jax knows.
I was saying all the people that I knew. They're all in a row.
And I was like everyone's name and like, yeah.
Micra, Andrew, Carolyn, Kim, the other people.
Yes, what's up?
Oh my gosh. So did you guys ever, okay. So today I try to go live I did go live, but eventually, but I try to go live on Facebook, and apparently they have a new program. And I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? And so I thought I went live on one of my groups because I was teaching about astrology, about like the major like placements and stuff. And I didn't notice that it was live on my personal page. And I was like, what the fuck? Because like people were commenting that are not in the group. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh no, this is not right. And then I deleted it or whatever. And then I went back and was like, what the fuck is wrong with this new program? And then I saw that you can still go back to the old program. So I used that instead.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Beautiful.
Thanks, Kim. I'm so cute. All right. So let's talk about the placements coming in, especially for tomorrow. What's to be expected with that moon in Gemini.
Oh
Squaring
God.
Pisces, you guys be prepared.
Well, right now it's squaring Mercury retrograde. So
Yeah, and then tomorrow is Pisces, so it's just kind of like,
good luck.
what's
Ooh.
going to happen?
Yeah, tomorrow the moon is quincunxing Mars in Capricorn. That's something that stands out to me.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
beautiful.
there's this like this deal being struck in the universe where it feels like all of a sudden we're going to become open-minded to things we've been closed-minded about for a really long time. And not only are we going to be open-minded suddenly, but it feels like we're going to have two opportunities that come out in the form of people or actions we can take that will give us the opportunity to explore that and to possibly redefine something that we thought for sure was always defined and will always be this way. It feels really intense. I've been loving Mars and Capricorn in general, but this in particular feels really good. This is tomorrow at 7:50 a.m.
Hey, Jax
Gemini's.
or Mike, can you put the link up for purchase because someone's asking for it and I can't do it on my end?
If you give me the link, I can put it there.
Okay, let me just. Or Jax, go ahead and you do that.
I'll send it to him. Because I don't think I can post it, otherwise it doesn't. It's not...
Yeah, I can't post it either. Because, you know, Mike and his. I'm the only one that can post stuff. Just kidding.
Oh god.
That's exactly how he sounds.
All right, your impressions, your disrespectful impressions. They kill me sometimes. I'm just like, I don't sound like that. I never will.
That's exactly how you sound to me. What are you talking about? Hey,
hilarious.
You know, one thing that I want to say is I am technically have what's it called, tinnitus. So that's how you sound to me. So technically,
really? That's how I sound to you? Oh,
yeah, you sound, because I have tinnitus, so you sound like that to me.
Oh God.
It's proven. The VA put me at 10% disability. I'm not being rude.
So funny.
Right.
Yeah. That's right. It's a fresh start in the new world. I think I received super download of business info, so I gotta figure it out. Yep.
What is this shit? Oh.
Yeah, Carolyn, you're on the craziest adventure this year. It's already started for you.
Brooklyn is like, it sounded just like him.
No comment. What are you typing over there, Michael?
What? Hold on. Okay, cool. The link should be there right now. Let's see if it is up.
I don't see it.
Really? No, it's there. Thank Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Maybe you just need to like refresh your page.
No. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, someone's getting Forestville.
I'm being a brat right now. Okay, so awesome. Someone's making fun of Mike too. She's like, you sound so important with the typing.
Thank you, Just Jade, for noticing.
That is important that it's on today.
Oh God. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got distracted as I always do, which seems to be my existence as a Gemini. But yeah.
We're gonna interrupt.
Yo, that's been happening like
every time.
And I feel like it's karma for every time I've interrupted people. That's why I'm not even like This is how it
Every
feels.
time Jax was reading, and you're like,
I'm like, oh, that's funny because I was talking. Like,
My bad.
no, it's a.
Oh God. Yeah, I think Gemini is the fish tard whisperer, the Pisces whisperer. So like, if you think that Virgo's all specific, the moon's in Gemini, right? So Pisces is like, and Gemini is like fish, water, cup, just kind of translating this divine vibration in actual human words that we can understand. When like someone like tells you something and you know that they mean more from what they're saying, but they only tell you. I think that's the square. It's like you can tell someone's trolling you, but they're only telling you on a surface level what's up. But it's like Pisces making you read between the lines, I think. So it's like,
and they get mad at you if you don't fucking figure it out.
yeah, that too. Like I saw this skit the other day, and this one guy was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And the lady was like, "I don't want anything. I don't want nothing for Christmas." And then Christmas
Sounds
came.
like a Pisces.
And then Christmas came, and that lady bought the dude like a motorbike and like all flat screen TV. And then she's like, "All right, where's my Christmas present?" He's like, "I thought you didn't want anything." And she's like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" It's like, "You said you wanted nothing." It's like, yeah, y'all be careful about this square. But I think Jax nailed it, because you were talking about the Mars and Capricorn King Kungs, and I didn't realize until you said it, but like that is literally it's like the moon in Gemini is the know-how. If Gemini is sixth house from Capricorn, it's like you're gaining an intellectual insight about how to evolve your power throughout this period. And the square to Pisces is like making sense of the unsensible. So it's like Pisces is maybe you're a unicorn, but then the moon in Gemini is what we're in real life. So maybe you're a unicorn spirit. That was a horrible analogy. My bad.
No. Keep going with this. I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, like
Keep going.
Like classic. He's like thinking about like he's like imagining that.
I think I went too far with the unicorn analogy. But yeah, just expect moon and Gemini to like translate this energy. But there's no Virgo, so it's like this is that type of translation where like you could like hear a word and then accidentally call someone a puto because you thought you were calling them like a pot, but you called them a bitch on accident. You know how like you can say a word and you think you're saying the translation, but you're saying a curse word on accident. And
Yeah.
Gotta be careful where you call someone else a married
A
clown
bitch.
on accident. Yeah. But it's gonna get electric. This is definitely enlightening for sure. Highly enlightening. So enlightening, you might forget that we're in the middle of a spiritual war. Okay. A spiritual war for the ages.
That's kind of the funny thing about it, though. It's like there's nothing like in this season. There's just no shrouds. There really aren't. It's not secretive what we're going through right now. Like it's pretty in our face, and like no matter how much we have to like, of course, like weigh out like what's real, what's illusion. It's like I feel like we all have a really good sense of kind of what it is we're supposed to be doing right now, what it is we need to be focusing on, and so it's up to us to like kind of take on that responsibility. It's almost like when you have a whole bunch of responsibilities coming up and then all of a sudden you're freed up from like 90% of them. Have you ever had that happen? And then like for that 10% of things you're still responsible for, it's almost like you like slack off a little bit and you realize I actually would have worked harder if I had to work harder, like on these other things as well. And it's kind of like that right now. It's like, you know, just like jump into it, like do things to the max that you possibly can. And, you know, just because it got easy for us doesn't mean we should take it easy. Not that we should like beat ourselves up either. For me, like this is going to be a month of like resting and relaxing more and like taking more time to enjoy things. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's really important to jump on our responsibilities right now.
Day trading.
Someone said I got the Gemini man cut. That's crazy. We are the babyface gang, y'all. In case you weren't aware.
Yeah, even shape too, guys.
Yeah. Oh shit. Damn. So yeah, girl. I feel like there's a deeper understanding to this square that's happening right now. Oh, that's it. You know, this is the same transit that can help you communicate with ghosts and other unseen influences. I think that's why it's
I think it's more or less like a telepathic thing.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, you know, when I don't know if this happens with you guys, but when I'm like in close proximity to a sign that's really psychic or a person that's really psychic, it's like we create like crazy shit, you know, like without even trying. So like kind of like Pisces and Gemini, if they're like at close proximities and stuff like that, they'll create some weird telepathic communication stuff or some weird like, you know, like ghost effects, whatever, because they are very psychic, you know.
Now, is it really weird? It's really just Pisces trolling Gemini, but
I think it's both Pisces and Gemini trolling each other, because you know Gemini is gonna still try to like like the twins cannot be, you know, beat at the
it's like lightning getting close to metal. Like the two of them just get closer and closer, and then eventually it's like, you know, singular.
That's very true, man.
You're in action.
Yes. So it's gonna be interesting.
One part of the Gemini twin trolls Pisces, so Pisces just takes it out on the Earth twin. We don't know what the fuck's going on. So it is.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, but yeah. This is definitely a very important week. That let's just say, if everything up until now was to put you on the threshold to understand. if everything put you on the threshold to understand how your abilities kind of work, this first quarter square is leading into the full moon, so that we don't, you know, infect each other, so that we actually have an ability to really, really, really see this. And I think that's really the best part about this week, because we're going to end off right before the full moon, and this is going to actually enact and make real the final understanding of this evolution. Because once we finish this full moon, we're going into the new moon in Aries, and that new moon in Aries is going to take this final understanding. If we think based on last Aries season, Uranus was 29 degrees Aries, and so we are finishing this cycle, which is about evolution, understanding, and then you finally understand it, and then you step into Aries, and it's like you're having to apply what you've understood in battle or in defining your character. So if anything, I would say these next 3 weeks are not only crunch time, but the most epic integration of everything you've ever learned in your whole life to actually apply towards a new technique, apprenticeship. And you know what? Perhaps today and tomorrow is when you come into the name, the trigger mechanism. If Aries is the identity, then Gemini is the name that activates the power of Aries and helps you feel this deep in your Cancer soul. So I would be very mindful to what's revealed, because I've been getting this type of, like, it's almost as if everybody around the world is coming into a deeper mechanism of how to like store or work with their energy. And of course, it's as unique as who you are. Some people Like Jax and I were lightning affinity, so we charge electric energy ups. Of course, so some people are super fire like Ari, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you generate energy with kinetic action and movement. Some people have water affinity, so it's like it's not like this hasn't ever existed before, but it's almost as if like there we go. We just finished playing with PlayStation 2 and we're getting ready to like play on a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and
There's a fifth one. I'm so out of the loop.
there isn't a fifth one, but it's
No.
like this energy is having this beta test a game that hasn't even come out yet. So it's like, oh shit. And then boom. We're dealing with new graphics, new controls, new
It's good. It's heading towards virtual reality, more of it, more like of the tech that's like for gaming and stuff like that. A lot of that happening. So, have you guys seen those videos where they record like someone on the virtual reality thing, and I guess there's a sex one, and they're doing things.
There would be. There would be.
They're doing things, and they're just recording like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, freaking out.
The only time I saw that was someone recording their grandma.
Yeah. She's like,
Okay.
Oh god.
there was one with a kid, not a kid, but like a teenager, a guy, and he was like doing this unzipping,
That is so-
you know.
He was dismantling a bone.
He was dismantling a bone, yes. Virtual sex reality. That is the one thing stopping humanity from just abstract detachment.
Yeah.
The revolutionization of pornography.
It'll get really quiet outside once virtual reality fully catches on.
Right.
I'll be able to walk around and there won't be people all over. Like,
Right.
crazy.
He's been in there for 69 days.
Right. No, I mean, I'm going to be in the real world.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be on VR, at home. And so it'll just be quiet outside,
So, have you ever entertained the possibility or inevitability of a whole new virtual world where you can spend money and create an economy and infrastructure and realistically live out your whole life there, and work in this digital world and make your living?
Kind of like Sims.
Kind of like the internet. Well, yeah, kind of like The Sims. And then you can augment in your reality and where you're and use ports, kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can convert in-game cash to real currency. It would be crazy.
Wow. That'd be insane.
Looking at the cryptocurrency is actually, when I was looking at the market's actually pretty, trading's pretty good for some of it. But it's kind of getting a snag because of the coronavirus.
Yeah. Always has to be some virus to screw things up.
Right?
No people outside peopling. I feel you, Rose, all day. Oh my goodness. All
right. Do you guys want to start the Horoscopes for the week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll start with fire too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before I start with fire, I do want to mention you want to look to where Pluto is in your chart, because Pluto is going to teach you the transformation mechanism. Oh my gosh, thank you. My Taurus energy is kind of slow, so I was downloading a large. This is the first time I think it's here in this Taurus, but I was downloading some info and it just made sense right now. So yeah, y'all, you want to look at Pluto for the transformation mechanism of how you really shift forms. I think that's and not really shift forms. We could just look at it as like focus and really doing stuff with your focus. So celestial beings have already begun to reveal themselves to us. And so if we look at how the 8th and the 12th and the 4th house is personal to you, your own personal subjectivity is a part of your own imagination, which is a part of your own lore, which is a part of your own legend. And so like the abstract facets of your reality that you may just see as like imagination or not as real, they're starting to actually reveal themselves to you in the light of this Sun Neptune conjunction with Pisces to make the unreal actually real for a moment, so that with this Gemini you can make it a thing instead of it just be a part of this. So really do expect like hidden facets of you to actually be made known and to freak you out a little bit until you realize it wasn't just an apparition, it was you the whole time. So once again, look to your Pluto. Pluto's going to let you know how you kind of, I don't see, it's hard for me to say because it sounds more anime than anything, but like
That was awesome though. You just went on like
Oh, it's good.
channeled like
Yeah.
rant of something. That was like so cool.
thank you. Yeah,
That's exactly how energy works, period. Like people overemphasize things and they don't realize that that's them. You know, it's just like you are the energy that's coming in. Like, you don't know that because you're so detached from your soul. You're still, because of this 3D world, we're so detached from the universal soul of like where we come from, that we believe that it's something outside of us when it's really us.
It's really us
teaching
and
us.
you triggered something for me too, because it was hard for me to channel this, but it's energy. That's what I was trying to say. Your energy signature, your energy signature is redefining itself. And your energy, I feel like if you're born before like 84 or 86, you already mastered this, but like for the new for the younger souls, like you're finally defining with the Saturn return your energy signature, and this is allowing you to like, there we go, that's it. Mars in Capricorn is now manifesting your energy signature, so that like chakra, you can give it physical, practical exercises. Some of you are going to be able to manifest your energy signature so that if you're a fire sign, maybe you can literally convert that into energy so you don't have to go to sleep. Air signs can convert it into maybe enhanced intelligence so that they can focus. You don't have to take Adderall, like you can just manifest your picture.
You could stop taking Adderall, Jax.
But it is a game.
Take any of that. Oh, you guys don't worry. But everybody's like, oh my God, Jax, Sandra. Oh my God.
He's not spiritual. He thinks no, it's crazy. It's definitely a game changer. That's really what I want to bring to you. Like, it's definitely something you've never ever done before in your entire life. In fact, the reason why you're born is because your great grandparents are meant to have you, so that you can finish that and like bring that into the fruition as you. And then okay, I'm gonna pull this for fire now. Or this is just gonna Rose all day. My ADD is worse. Don't worry. All right. So for fire, we have Sagittarius, Temperance. This is kind of low key what I was saying about your energy signature. So this is going to be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But whether you're a fire sign or not, fire represents your vigor, your spirit, your energy. All right, thank you, Lizzie. So the underlying theme for fire here is not only good management and obviously temperance, and but I love this card because similar to Sagittarius, it's bringing something out of nothing, and it's to me, this card is like one of the most supernatural cards because you're bridging the subconscious and conscious, the moon and the sun, and this is you once again like bringing into more conscious clarity the wisdom of your own energy signature and finding ways to kind of bring balance into your world. So we do have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Devil card here. And this to me looks like a rager in the works. The Devil card, the Devil card kind of seems to be a little bit different.
Rage.
Right. But it almost looks as if the Temperance card is going to balance this Devil card influence to draw from the shadow or the darkness and to convert it fire. It's no coincidence that this is Sun in Aries. This is a fire card too. We got some fire here. It's almost as if this week you're going to manifest a spark of your energy and then bring it to its peak so that you can directly apply it to your shadow. Like the light you're going to evoke is going to cast on that, and you can finally kick your shadow's ass, or at least integrate it realistically, which is amaze balls. If you guys don't mind, my bad. I'm gonna pull one for each of the signs and then one more for.
Oh, I mind.
Oh, I'm up.
He has two of them. That's why. Just kidding.
Oh, true.
No, you're good. You're good. Just kidding.
Word.
You're good.
Well, Aries, we do have 5 of Wands and the Emperor. So once again, Aries, for everyone, it's your identity. This is you having to discipline yourself so that you can finally claim authority to who you are, regardless of your zodiac sign. And this is saying to embrace competition, Aries, because you're the fucking shit and you're going to stand out. Like most people shy away from competition. You want to embrace competition because the competition is going to help you, because on your own you would be cool, but around other people you're going to stand out because like you're shitting on a competition. Well, I'm not supposed to say that, but Aries competitive spirit. So yeah, keep that in mind. This friction is going to only help you, rigid as it may be. So Leo, we have the Moon and the 7 of Cups, which, you know, the 5 of Wands was the same element as the Emperor. The 7 of Cups with the Moon card, Leo, is you having to explore the depths of your psychic ability, but more so you having to explore not your shadow as much as your unconscious ability and altered states of consciousness that you may not have been aware of. And you need to integrate and bring your light down there so that you can make it yours. Leo, I'm specifically picking up until this point, you've allowed unconscious influences to just kind of happen versus you finally being able to like bring it under your control and to understand it fully. And then Sagittarius. So basically for everyone, you're going on a mini adventure of the heart that's going to kind of evoke horny states of consciousness so that you can bring into balance the subconscious ID nature. And in Sagittarius, we do have the Page of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, which almost looks like the Page of Cups is offering respite to these weary travelers. This is like a new inspirational sense of joy brought forth from maybe feeling alienated. I feel like this is Sagittarius and they're dealing with these people. I literally just heard Sagittarius like, you broke ass motherfuckers, but no, it's just but not like in a mean way. Not like in a mean way though. Just like just like a hair.
I'll feed you.
I am here to help. Yeah, this is Sag. You're like, oh my god, this is soulmate combination. There we go. So yeah, Sagittarius, that's the message. It's like Sagittarius it's like, okay, Sagittarius is offering love and seeing into individuals who are on the surface, they look broke, they look dusty, but they actually see into their real selves. Like they actually have genuine love for these people. Like everyone else is looking at them like, oh, they're dusty, but Sag is like, no, I see you, take this cup. So I thought that was beautiful. And
they're a little bit ashy, so we get them some lotion.
You get some lotion, yes. Here's some chapstick and some gum.
Here you go.
And yeah, yo, we do have the 4 of Pentacles and the Justice. So this is literally manifesting financial stability, but the Justice card is like corporate, like legal paperwork to ensure. You know what's amazing? This is Sun in Capricorn, and the 10th house of Capricorn is Libra. So I thought that was interesting. This is also you like manifesting your power, but then connecting with the Galactic Federation so that you can let them know, hey, I'm active. Fuck the Galactic Feds, by the way. That's a different, for a different time. No offense.
No offense, guys.
Yeah, we have history. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm complete. Thank you.
Awesome. You want to do it? Do it. You want to Jax your next?
Guys, this is a part of the show we weren't thinking about doing originally. No,
oh damn! Let me play the sexy elevator music.
I know, I wasn't. But Ari, I think you should do Earth.
Okay. I need grounding.
That's amazing.
Right. So we're going to start with the energy of the week for all earth signs, and it's going to be applicable for everyone's, wherever your placement is at, not just the sun. So you got the star, okay, for all earth signs. So you're getting everything that you're wishing for. You're finally, and I feel this has a lot to do with relationships with other people, like romantic, as well as kind of like starting off more heartfelt, more, I would say, deep heart connections with other people. This week's definitely opening it up for you guys. You guys have been struggling like nonstop with this situation, especially when it comes to romantic partnerships. It feels like, especially Capricorn has had a hard and rough time with this, with finding the perfect match, someone that is actually going to understand them, someone's going to actually be supportive of their goals and their ambitions, someone's going to have their back, someone that they can trust and rely on, and actually feel comfortable opening up to people. So this is what the star brings, is that person that you truly wanted in your life for a very long time, or a new person coming in that you've been wishing for. Okay. So the first card I got was for Taurus, and this is the Queen of Cups. And so this is, again, I feel that Taurus is definitely going to be connecting to a more like deeper intuitive side of themselves, a more loving side of themselves, accessing their psychic abilities like better, in a sense, because of this new relationship coming in, or these new people coming into their lives, or it possibly can be older people, but they're expressing themselves in a different way, a new way. So it's a new way of thinking, a new way of being. And Taurus is open to that right now, even though Taurus had a long time that they've closed off those doors, right? So it feels also that this is heralding in a new age for Taurus, a new way of seeing and believing in themselves and in the world that they want to create as well. So there's like going to be a lot of psychic insight. All right, Taurus. So this is awesome. So the next one is the Knight of Cups, and this one's for Capricorn. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. This is that relationship. Okay. That one and only. All right. That you've been waiting for. Someone that's emulating this, the Knight of Cups is someone that's romantic, that's really compassionate, that's really loving, that is super, like, I would say, praises you for everything, makes you feel good about yourself, makes you feel like you can conquer the world. Okay. They believe in you 110%, Capricorn. And so this type of energy is needed for you so that you can move forward in what it is that you want to accomplish, especially because you felt like, there's a lot of your ideas that you've been working on and it hasn't given you the I would say the outcomes that you've been wanting for like a very long time. And now that this energy is presenting itself to you, it's like now you have a new, point of view. And now you can see where you can maneuver your energy towards another goal or towards another thing that is going to actually give fruit to it, because you're actually tapping into your heart and your passion as well. So this energy, this person coming in, or maybe they're already there, is going to open you up to that. Okay. Opening you up to what you really are passionate about. All right. The next one is for Virgo, the King of Pentacles. So a lot of the stuff that I've been reading for Virgo, and this is something that I find that is very challenging for them, is finances, where it feels like they've been like, oh, they have a windfall all of a sudden they stop and they're stagnant. And then later on, they kind of like, it's like they're slowly climbing up, slowly climbing up, making their way up. And then all of a sudden they fall stagnant, and so the King of Pentacles is here to tell you, Virgo, that you don't have to fall anymore. All right, everything that you're wishing for, everything that you're working towards is happening. Slow and steady pace is the key, though. All right, don't give up on it. Don't give up on the dream. Don't give up on making that relationship work. Okay, don't give up on making your business work, or even the career that you're in. All right, because remember, the star is here. This is the energy that you're going to be tapping into for the week, and things are going to turn out exactly the way that you wanted them to. Okay, that's the key. All right, so that's all I have for the earth signs.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I was gonna say too, I think it's amazing how we ended up doing this element that we need most, because I know I need fire like a motherfucker.
Me too. Especially because I'm like, I gotta day trade.
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to day trade.
For some reason, I definitely needed air and water, which was weird because I already
Because
had
you are air, right? That's amazing.
I guess I just needed myself. Whoa, it's like a whole plot twist. Okay. As far as water,
as he drinks water,
so that I can be part of you. For water, I'm feeling feels like first and foremost, water signs have to stop underestimating themselves. They have to stop like characterizing themselves as
Weak,
inherently limited. They need to stop pretending that they are defenseless. They need to be able to use their shadow and their light in equal measure, their sword and their shield. And they can't keep doing this thing where they're characterizing themselves as like, oh, well, I can't ever do this. I can't step into that area because that's like outside of my reach. It's like you have to not do this right now because you have so many manifestation opportunities. And if you literally destroy them or assassinate these opportunities by thinking that you're not even capable of handling them, then you will ask yourself in a year or two from now, like, oh, like, why didn't this opportunity ever come through? Like, why didn't things ever happen? And it's like, because the universe can't, put 10 ounces of water in an 8-ounce receptacle. Like, it just can't fit that. It can't work. So you have to be a 10-ounce cup if you're going to carry 10 ounces of water. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely really, it's an important time for them to like be honest and be like, what it is they feel is tough for them is not the same as what's impossible for them. It's like, it's especially because I'm, Cancer's first. And with Cancer, I've got 7 of Wands. So yeah, the confusion of not knowing what you're doing next is not the same as not being capable of what's happening next. Because you absolutely can handle it. You'll actually have to make peace and find zen in a place that's totally uncomfortable, in which you're like reliant on someone else's generosity. Like that's kind of annoying to be in, especially if you're used to being in this nurturing role and taking care of other people, but you're going to have to be taken care of by someone, and that can be like an extremely difficult place. But if you can get comfortable and stop judging yourself for it, then you'll be able to move forward in a really beautiful way. But it's it feels like that energy is definitely getting more and more intense as the week goes by. And then when it comes to Scorpio has 6 of Swords. So Scorpio, I mean, it feels like you honestly have to go through the underworld right now, and you have to be honest about what darkness you've wielded recently. It feels like if you're not honest about this, then you're not going to be able to transcend it. And so as far as being honest for it, the thing is being honest about the usage of your darkness is not the same as, lining yourself up to be permanently ostracized for it. Actually allowing yourself to be seen in that way can get you forgiveness, and you can move forward and move on. But if you're just going to try and ignore that something happened, then it will just repeatedly happen over and over again, back a million times. So it feels so important for you guys to just acknowledge what happened. And the thing is, it's not even about like doing something mean. Like some of these things are just shadow in the sense that they came from the wrong place, or they were the right thing, but doing it for the wrong reason. So it's time to be honest about what that is. And then for Pisces,
Let them have it.
Yeah, Pisces has 8 of Swords. So I think you guys need to stop looking outwards for your enemies, and to stop assuming that there's one around the corner, and realize that your enemy is your own tongue. And that, if you're just talking about yourself in a way that you things going to be true, your prophets naturally, like the things you say come true in an ironic way. They always come true in kind of this funny genie sort of way. I've always wondered if the genie myths were originally made around a Pisces, because with the ancient myths of genies, the funny thing would be you'd make the wish of the genie and then it would come true, but not in the way you expected. It would be like,
twist it up. Yeah.
Way. Yeah. And so it's it just feels like right now is the time to stop looking out for a bad guy and to start being a good guy to yourself, so that feels like the water signs. It feels like, as far as the air signs, let's see what me and Michael have.
Nice.
Let's see.
I have none. Just kidding. Only like Chiron and Gemini.
Yeah. I think you have as much air as I have fire.
Yeah, like hardly any.
Wow. I can barely get up in the morning to work out. I have no fire. And it's so Aries.
Which is funny, because so for the air signs, in general, we have first 5 of Wands.
Oh shit.
There's about to be a lot of fire. And I feel that not only will it come with motivation, which you're bringing up, it's also going to come with a lot of ridiculous drama. And we have to remember 2 of Cups. We have to remember that our partnerships with other people and our partnerships with our decisions and with ourselves is what decides whether or not we are involved in this drama. This drama does not happen to us. It happens around us, and we can decide how we're going to interact or not. It's going to be so tempting to just jump in and fight. It feels like we're going to be prompted to fight in a lot of different ways, and we're going to want to find strength by being able to resist that temptation. And not just, it feels like this is about, it's almost like the universe is putting some tension on aggression, and it's putting some attention on sort of these standoffs for like for finding our best selves versus like being put down by another person. And so it's almost like part of us is like, to what degree do I need to be passive in this? To what degree do I have to be aggressive? Because there is a degree where I have to be aggressive. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be like reestablishing and reinventing our boundaries, and then deciding what is worth fighting for, what's worth dying for, and what's worth killing for, metaphorically. And like, we have to decide, are we going to do that, or are we just going to say that we're going to do that? Because it's like totally useless to say all of these boundaries that we have if we're not going to enforce any of them. And for Gemini, you guys have 7 of Cups. So yeah, I would say the next 7 days, every day is going to be like a different color. It'll all have like a different emotion, and you're going to, there's going to be like happy day, and there's going to be kind of like solemn day. And like, I would love it if you could film this, Michael, because I would love to see what that looks like. The weather's going to be weird for you guys for some reason. I feel you'll either experience weird weather phenomena, or it feels like you'll be getting
weather's weird right now.
Yeah. Is it where you are? Yeah, it's a little bit odd here today.
It doesn't know if it wants to rain or be dark. It's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be shifting a lot for Gemini. And then for Libra, Let's see what's going on with Libra. Let's see what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
So I'm 80% air and it ruins my life. Sebastian, it's all good, man. I feel you. I only have one planet in air.
Yeah. So
barely manage.
So for Libra, I mean, we have to be totally real right now because we're about to carry responsibilities that are responsibilities of information. You know, we have to decide if we're going to be people are going to share their secrets with us. People are going to share their with us and all these different things, and we're going to have to decide what we'll do with that information. It feels like on top of that, we also have to start being responsible for the information that we don't have to report or that we don't have to start taking action on. But it looks like it's time to do so if we want to step forward into the Knights and then into the Queen and King. And so for Page of Swords, it's saying, Libra, you're going to want to actually handle the information you're carrying and stop being a vault that just sits there with this information and doesn't take any action on it. Let yourself begin to explore based on what you know. Let yourself start some conversations without accusations, but starting conversations where you can, get to the bottom of what's going on, instead of waiting for the situation to make that happen, because it won't. The situation isn't going to make anything happen. It's like up to you to make something happen for sure right now. And then it feels like for Aquarius, Page of Pentacles, we have Aquarians are going to need to stop doubting the value that they possess, the value that they bring with just their personality, just their attitude, just their energy, and the knowledge that they have. You're going to have to stop assessing yourself just looking at the damage of your life and the damage of things that you've gone through or have failed at. You're going to have to equally look at your successes. And with Page of Pentacles, it's saying you're about to have like a pretty radical opportunity this week to actually invest in something and receive information on something that could change like the trajectory of your life. So if you go for it, you'll be happy. And if you don't, then you'll just be reinforcing the old story.
Uh-oh.
Sebastian, roasting my Libra Mars. Yeah, no, it's I'm a Libra. Roasting my.
Well, Libra's only thing is wanting to have, balanced relationships, of course, and they don't want to give information about other people that was trusted to them. So I understand that, where you're like holding back, like information or withholding, because you want to make sure that it's relevant. So it's kind of like,
You come up to Libra and just spout like every secret they have, unprovoked. There's not even like a conversation, like out of nowhere.
You just like, you wake up and you're like walking down the street and you're like, hey, good morning. It's like,
when I die,
how are you? Oh my God, I need to tell you about my day.
yeah. When I die, there's like $1 billion worth of blackmail secrets in my head that are gonna.
Oh my God.
And like, people have just confessed crimes to me. Like this, it's crazy. Like I don't know what it is about my face that people are just like, oh, okay, this is the person.
He's the one.
Yeah, I need to adjust to.
I remember giving someone a reading like that before. I just tuned into his energy, and this energy came over. It was like, you really like murder. Like, you really love to kill. And he looked at me in the eye, and he's like, I can't get enough of it. It was totally right.
What?
Right.
It's like next level. That's
right. Awesome. It shit took over me too. It was like, oh wow, like bloodlust is amazing. It's like, yeah, it's a pastime. And it was just a totally normal conversation. We went about our way.
That's great. What sign was he?
I didn't know his sign, but I just did free aura readings. That's a good question. I never asked his sign though. I do know he looked at me, paused for like 2 seconds, and was like, yeah, I do. It wasn't showing me either.
He's probably Sagittarius. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Hey. Many crimes here and there are not big fucking like wiping out a whole fucking race. Like freaking look at who's a Taurus.
Cat Moon.
Yeah. Just petty crime, all right? Just kidding.
And cancers are the biggest murderers, so there's that. Crimes of passion.
Yeah, that's true.
What was that?
Fucking
The most
crazy.
intense murders.
Intense murders, yeah.
I don't know if there's the most of them per capita. Or
I
I
would
see.
say men. I would say cancer men. No offense who's watching is a cancer man or whatever, because I dealt with them. And I was like, never again. They hold on to grudges like 5 years later.
yeah.
They do that. You don't even know they're mad at you.
And Virgos are the serial killer masters.
The
They-
Dexters of the Zodiac.
The Dexters of the Zodiac, they are next
Mhm.
level.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so murdery.
And you'd never know because they're functional murderers. Them and Scorpio get away with their murder every day. And then they go to work. And
Yeah, they're like, do, 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 just typing away. Good morning. With a big smile on their face. Goodbye. Hello.
Yep. One murder a day keeps the psychiatrist away.
Yeah, I've not met one Scorpio that was in cheery like that. Like, especially female Scorpios, they're always like, "Hey guys, how are you?" You know. It's just
until they remove their mask and you see their demon face.
they still smiling though. Like they're still like, "Hey guys."
My sister used to do that all the time. Like we knew she was a demon, but she would just act nice in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And people would think she was like an amazing
The best
person.
kid ever.
Right. It's like, you have no idea. You have no idea.
While she watches you guys sleep.
Oh my God. No comment. No comment. Now she follows Jesus Christ, so it is.
She's reformed.
Yes. It is what it is. I've been seeing that a lot with Scorpios too, but oh well. Scorpio. Word. Well, that was amazing. Elemental pull. I guess I'll play the elevator music while we get into the actual
Readings.
live readings. Yeah. Do you guys know the Tarot Priest on YouTube?
Who?
The Tarot Priest.
Tarot priest? No.
Oh, she's awesome. Every time her pick a card readings come up, I just light with joy. Have you guys ever, like, I don't know, I've been late to the game, but this is just like this pick a card reading black hole where like you just can't stop watching pick a card. Like right when I'm done, YouTube suggests another one. And it's like, stop YouTube, I have time. You're taking my time, stop. I can't watch all these accurate ass readings.
But
Oh, please don't Jax. It's worth it, but it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You will get dragged.
I do them, and it's like I'm like lecturing people. Like
I love your pick a card readings, Ari. They're amazing. The Greek god
like,
and goddess.
You gotta be ready for my pick of cards because I'm gonna tell you what's true and
They're
what
accurate,
you're fucking
too.
denying.
They're super accurate. If you guys haven't,
it's like a Trojan horse. Just like number, whatever, like no big deal. Just pick 1, 2, or 3. And then
1, 2, or 3.
okay, problems with your mother that you're having is that blah 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 blah, and like just going on this whole rant about
All of the problems that are happening to you is your fucking fault. All right.
And you would think you're getting a simple message, and then now you're dealing with your wounds.
Sorry, bitch.
Why did you just drag my whole life? Like I just wanted you to tell me what I wanted to hear, not what I needed to hear. Damn it. If you guys haven't seen her Greek god or goddess one, the link to her channel is in the description. Oh, check it out. It's awesome. Yeah. I got Athena. Because we got
Thank you, Brianna. Yeah. I'm gonna do more. I was kind of like wanting to do like a funny pick a card one, like just satire.
Yeah.
You know, like because you know a lot of people are like, oh, like you have like these ridiculous titles like you know, does he really love you? You know, things like that.
yeah.
So I was gonna do like a pick a card. Does he really care? And then it's all satire, like, no, bitch, you get over it. You know, like
yes. I have to do one like that.
all 3 answers are no.
Yeah,
Right. What is he thinking about you? He's not thinking about
nothing.
He doesn't even know you, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, and I'm like, oh,
No.
I'll be funny, but then people are probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
But they're probably gonna love that the most, though. They probably need it. Oh no.
It causes a whole wave of breakups, and so,
Oh no.
you know what? I just
How long has your partner been cheating on you? Pick a card.
Oh. The options are since yesterday, since the day before that, and since
The whole time.
Now.
Right now, this moment. No.
Oh god.
Yeah. Watch that one get me like 100,000 views.
Everybody's like, oh shit, I want to know. Like,
Right.
hey, it's pure satire. Don't take this seriously. Don't go killing someone right now. Because I said he cheated on you yesterday.
100% serious. A serious movie. Act on this. Act on this right now. It's the last thing you do.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. I was throwing like me and Kanuta were talking about it, and he was like, when will you die? When will you die?
Yes. You know, someone has to do that.
Fucking Aquarius would jump
Timeless.
on with that.
Timeless pick a card reading. When will you die? No. No.
Right now.
That'd be crazy. Oh man, I'm about to.
But yeah, I'm gonna do one. I'm like, I think I'm gonna just do once a month, so people don't think that. You're like, oh
Don't do
shit!
that all the time. You're gonna cause a lot of problems out there.
It's like, are you being serious today?
Pick a card reading. When will you next get laid? Oh.
Never. You're done with us.
You'll be thirsty.
Filling up.
No. I'm about to write a list of all these. This is amazing.
We should definitely do that, at least, like, you know, just because everybody's so serious in this pick a card stuff, you know, and so it's just like it'll be funny. Twist it up.
That's hilarious. Oh god.
Yeah, so I was like, when will the zombie apocalypse happen? Who will you eat during the zombie apocalypse?
That's a good one, because that's something no one has shined any light on. So
Right.
Your grandma.
I know exactly who I'm going to eat. I've got a whole list.
What STD do you have? Pick a card.
Yeah, that's one of them. And who gave it to you?
You're like negative until you watch the video, then you're positive.
Oh, God.
I get this.
Video?
Oh, I
Or
watched
the most popular right now. Do you have the coronavirus?
Pick a card. One. That's so, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oops, I forgot to play music. Oh, I don't even want to play.
Yeah, you imagine if we had like graphic pictures of the STDs from now on.
Oh my god. That would be hilarious.
I'll just put the chemical the molecule compound, it's fine.
Okay.
Instead of the picture.
The sensibilities are like,
You got crabs.
You got crabs in the crab.
It's cancer card now. That's hilarious. This is the card of cancer, so we know you got crabs. All right.
And then you got
Oh my god. And watch someone in the comments be like, how did you know? Damn it, this is so accurate. I got an STD test right after the pick a card reading, and it was so accurate. Thank you so much for your work.
right, they're all thankful. You're welcome.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, stop that.
Right.
That was all you, all right? That was all.
Sorry.
Just another Sunday.
Yep.
For the
Sunday
divine
fun day.
shine.
It is the Sabbath.
Yeah, that's funny. That I was worried
Unless you're a 7th-day Adventist.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my face hurts too. Laughing a lot, like, oh.
Here, Michael, you might.
Oh, I thought someone was like snapping. I was like, yeah, get into it. And it's you're like lighting the.
See, I need fire in my life. Look at this.
Let me help you.
Oh, it really worked.
Oh, wait for the win. No, I didn't even need help.
Ari, it really worked. Holy shit.
Ah,
You're a miracle maker.
you didn't tell us that you could just make fire happen.
I can make fire.
Sagittarius superpower. Yo, let's just be clear. She said, let me help. And then it started working. This is amazing. All right. I like that.
That's why they call her Ari the Helpful.
Yes.
I feel like that's one of those Hobbit names. Ari the Helpful.
Very much one of those names.
Look at this fool.
It's my fire dance.
Zamba.
It needs more eye contact. There you go.
It needs more cowbell.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
What are we waiting for?
You.
Who's that fart on it?
Oh, I'm assuming it's going to your PayPal, Jax.
What?
It's going to our PayPal.
Oh, it's going to. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's still good. It's not on hold or anything.
No hold, no problem.
No hold, no problems. That's what I always say.
No.
Andrew's the first one, by the way. Andrew Day.
Yep.
Astral
Are
Andrew.
you here? It's time.
Andrew Astral. And he has a 3 card from all 3 of us.
Oh, snap. And it's 6 Pacific Standard Time. Gun in each hand. Right? Because it's 3. Never mind.
Wait, what about? Wait, time out. Back up for a second. The guns in each hand. Wait, what?
Yeah. It's there's 3 of us, right? It's 6, so it's like we got a gun in each hand, 6 guns. Blah 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 blah.
I like.
You send it to the right one,
LOX.
Brianna. It's Jax's link, but we have a PayPal that all 3 of us have access to. So you send it to the right one.
Nice. Is it info? Andrew Day.
Brianna actually sent one to my PayPal before.
Oh,
So
we have.
Brianna, do you want?
We have
So
a
she had done it last night or something. Brianna, do you want me to do the planetary that you bought, or do you want to do a 1-card reading with all 3 of us? Because they're separate things, but just let me know. If it's the planetary one, we'll just do it privately after this. But if it's the 1-card pull, then all 3 of us will do a card for you.
There's a Brianna Sanford here for a 3 card.
I'm talking about the Brianna K.
Oh, the other one? Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun,
Is
dun,
Andrew
dun.
here?
Andrew Day is here, yes.
Okay. Awesome.
He is in the vicinity.
Andres? Mm.
Carolyn Cords is in the building. Yeah, we might have to go ahead and do that. For all 3, I think Brianna wants a card from all 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
So,
This
Okay.
Brianna one is a 3 card payment one.
You got it, Brianna.
oh, the same Brianna K?
Yeah.
So she did the planet one and a 3 card for you.
No.
Uh-oh.
Brianna K purchased a planetary one, which is $30, which is the same as the 1-card pull. So she's going to do a 1-card pull from each of us.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the Brianna Sanford who
That does.
later did the whole
Okay.
3-card pull. She's doing her own thing. They're two different Briannas. They're in two
Oh, okay. I was like, who? What?
different countries. These Briannas don't know each other, and when the two of them finally unite, then their Brianna power will make them into some sort of
You're gonna say something weird.
and
Brianna Power.
the Power Rangers once and for all. So
I would have gone away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
that's exactly the kind every day. I really try and bring that
Word.
dressed up farmer energy.
Oh shit.
Andrew, do you have a specific question that you want to ask us?
Are we doing Brianna first, or are we doing?
We're doing Andrew Day
Right after
first.
Andrew. We said Andrew is first, and we can't mess that up.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, so it looks like it's the same person, by the way, Brianna.
What?
It was
Mind
Brianna
blown.
both Brianna? The original Briannas?
Brianna's alter ego is also Brianna.
Oh, okay. So one's her maiden name.
So for her, then we're gonna
Brianna.
Okay. So for her, we're gonna do a 3-card pull and then
Yes.
a 1-card pull as well.
A 4-card
there's
pull.
just for yours. I think it's the planetary one, the one that she paid you directly.
Okay. Okay.
So you do
Okay.
that with her,
Yeah, we'll do the planetary one separately.
and we're doing a 3-card for her here. At this
General is okay for Andrew too.
Okay, general for Andrew.
We did it. Okay.
Nee.
Man, now I feel like there should have been some other Brianna out there. Yeah.
Now you're manifesting a new Brianna, I guess.
Yeah, we need to bring another Brianna into this. The Brianna make it fun idea is something I really want to catch on. Whatever spirit wants to share, said Andrew, looking off into the sunset.
Said the coronavirus spreads through human interaction. Me, an introvert. You have no power here. And then someone said, dude, some crackhead chick will say you telepathically sexually transmitted it to her. Badunch.
It's true.
Like that, the stuff that you shared, the screenshots. I'm pregnant.
I know, Maggie. I'm not stressed about it now. I take it very seriously, figuring out all the Briannas in this world. There's a lot of Briannas in this time. What?
Your sister's a Brianna.
No, she's
Isn't she? Brianna. Oh, different. Brianna.
Yeah.
That's a very unique name. Very interesting name. Nice.
Okay, so who wants to go first for Andrew?
Shot not.
Wait, what?
Mike, you go first.
Mike. Mike has to go first.
All
because-
right then.
No. Yeah, no, wait.
Yeah, it's Mike.
Yeah. Because he's gonna start Googling shit, and then he's gonna start listening to other stuff, and
No.
get distracted.
The moon's in Gemini. I'm focused.
Grounded, Mike.
I'm focused today. All right. You called me out. Pretty bad. I got you. All right. Andrew Day. Before I get to Googling, the 3 cards are covering. The underlying theme we have is the Hierophant. Some call this the God card. This is the High Priest. So I definitely pick up for you that you're actually coming into, oh, by the way, shout out to Sheesh the Beast. Haven't forgotten about what you said. Much appreciated. But yeah, I get the sense, Andrew, it's almost like you're coming up with your own religion. Is it really your own religion? It's more so like, oh, that's okay. It's almost as if you're bridging science with religion. And you're taking a religious path and you're demystifying the religious path and you're making a scientific version of it. It's like you're taking away a lot of the fluff and you're actually translating it to a way that makes sense. And this could apply to like almost every like path, Christianity, Islam. So I get the sense that as an underlying theme, it's coming in. It's like being able to take in wisdom, but then translate it into a more scientific, like structural approach. But other than that, because Hierophant's all about institutions and whatnot, this is really talking about recent surrender on your part that's opening up a whole new cycle and chapter for you, based on you having this foundation to grow from. So this is you at present, manifesting financial security, and this is you stepping into a brand new adventure, which once again I feel is tied towards really uncovering the mysteries of most religious beliefs by exposing the science behind it and letting that be like your new spirituality. Well, not new, but yeah.
Making it more like it makes sense if you explain it in a more material way, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Like instead of saying praying, you say intentions. Instead of saying like mystical energy, you just say energy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dope. Oh, and I am complete.
Would you like to go next, Ari?
See. All right, Andrew. So I pulled the karma card for you, and this is kind of like the resurrection card. So it feels like there's a lot of like endings happening and a lot of rebirths though. Like it feels like there's definitely like Mike said, there's new things that are coming into your awareness of your abilities are being heightened. You're being pushed towards that road where it's kind of like the unknown, but you're ready now because you've had a lot of like ups and downs in the past, and you've learned a lot of like you allowed yourself to, like, I would say, like, this isn't Toltec shamanism is a great thing. You allow yourself to die, you know, aspects of you to die so that it can be integrated. Okay, you let those go. You let go of the past, and then you are rebirthed into something new. Okay, and it's not necessarily a new thing. It's more like a remembrance process where you forgot these aspects of yourself, and now you're integrating them, and now you're leading or you're going towards that direction instead of being or feeling like you don't fit in. Okay, the next one is the Ace of Cups. So again, it's like new beginnings, like Mike said. But this is definitely emotional as well, like new passion for life, new zeal for life. It has a lot to do with your heart. Okay, it has a lot to do with where do you really see yourself in like 10 years. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be with? Who do you want to work with as well? Okay, like who is your tribe? Who do you want to collaborate with and things like that? And so how do you want your business to grow? How do you want to grow as a person as well? So this whole new beginning, this whole new journey is leading you towards that. Okay, the next one you got was the Queen of Cups. And so the Queen of Cups, it's definitely intuitive. Okay, intuition, trusting your feminine. Okay, embracing it, as well as it feels like there is a feminine that's going to assist you with this as well, where it won't be so much of a burden to dive deeper into your emotions, to dive deeper into your insight or intuition. Okay, it's going to be more easy. It's going to be much more easier when there's someone that's guiding you. Okay, and it feels like this person is definitely someone already in your life, but it's more of like a friendship. Okay, this person is going to assist you with understanding, you know, the differences between you know, like negative your negative feelings, meaning that they're not really negative, they just need to be understood and embraced. Okay, so there is a lot of emotion behind this, but ultimately it's because it's leading you towards a path that is unexplored at this time, and it's leading you towards an understanding of who you really are and what your purpose is. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Andrew.
That's awesome. Yeah, Andrew, for you, I've got first the Two of Cups, and Two of Cups is the energy for you is all about focusing on the quality of your relationships and connections. You're making some pretty huge moves right now, so relationships and partnerships and friendships are going to be mandatory. Like in a lot of, you know, like a new sense, there's constantly you're going to have to work with so many other people, so the quality has to be perfect. Like don't jump into partnerships just because you feel like it's like an obligation, or because this person is like doing really well or something like that. Judge it based on like whether it feels right or not, because if you're not listening to that judgment, you're going to cause yourself all kinds of heartache. The Sun card says you're going to really know who's who out of these choices to make, like very quickly. You're going to need to trust your discernment, trust your intuition, and if you do that, then you'll stay on this perpetual Three of Wands. You'll stay on this constant beginning of a new journey, constantly moving forward in the journey that had already begun, constantly being open to shifting and changing what the backgrounds are around you, becoming an adaptable, fiery energy that's able to, be a bonfire when it's needed, or to be just a simple ember when it's needed. But to allow yourself to actually make it through this journey by not thinking you need to play the part of this journey, and not thinking that you're beholden to any of these people, because you never will be and you're not. And recognizing your own intuition and discernment is going to be just so imperative. So that's what I feel.
Awesome.
Boom.
Oh, Kim has been helping you. That's awesome. You guys can help each other out. I want to see you live with both of you guys.
Right.
Next one is Mikra, or I'm sorry if I say this correctly, Liz.
Microvinity.
Microvinity.
Micro, do you have a question, or are you general? And then after Micra, we'll have a one card with Kim.
Kimmy.
Micra is a 3 card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Micra, this deck is heavy. So Micra, heavy is the hand that wields the sword, or heavy is the head that holds the crown.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting this heaviness I'm feeling. Your spirit just feels like, oh, I'm carrying so many people's shit. Oh my God. But not like in a water sign way where you're picking up energy. It's like your karmic path has kind of allowed you to kind of help a lot of people, but pick up a lot of what they're going through, and this is kind of worn on you, but you're turning into your own strength too. So the underlying theme we have is the Emperor. Nice. This is, once again, like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I guess this heaviness is this masculine energy that's weighing down on you. I guess you're inheriting ancestral power from your father's side as well, which is very very direct, very, you still have your grace as a woman, but this is very masculine. It's like you're overlapping it with masculine power to kick someone in the nuts if you have to, and then like tell them to get up right after you do it. Like, get out of my presence, all right, before you waste my time. Very rigid, very mean, but this is like that masculine energy that's like working with you. But we do have the Four of Swords, the Devil card, and the Fool. So I think what's being put to rest is the imbalance of dark energy, that, not bad energy, but like dark energy that hasn't necessarily been processed and is expressing itself physically through addictions and codependency, not on your part, but it's manifesting as far as like to almost have your body be an indicator to recognize this energy. It's weird because the bad parts of the Devil card I don't really see here, even though these two cards to me scream like no strings attached sex. But other than that, like, we do have, with, because this is following the Four of Swords, it's almost as if like your mental restoration and balance is, let's put this upside down. This is like a born again card. This is like gaining control over aspects of your unconscious that have held you back. And now that you've done that, you're going on a brand new, amazing, epic, awesome adventure and quest. But I almost get the sense that you're done with this chapter and you can now start anew. So that burden, that heavy feeling is actually not going to be there much longer because you've cleared it. So congratulations and thanks for the confirmation that your dad is always with you, because that's very true. That makes sense.
Nice. Want me to go next?
Yes.
You want to.
Okay. So what I pulled for you is the Four of Cups. And this is like a past energy, okay? Not fixating on the past anymore, not fixating, not worrying about it, okay? You broke through a cycle recently, especially when it came to issues or people that came up from the past. And so we finally trusted the universe. You finally trusted your guides to lead you towards a better ending when it came to this, okay? And so that being said, you moved on to the Six of Wands energy, which is you triumphed over this, okay? You were able to hone in on your, you know, on pretty much like that emperor energy, like, hey, you know, you're not going to get away with this. Like, this is my empire, you know, I say what goes here. And so the Six of Wands is kind of like recognizing like the triumph and all the, you know, congratulations on the job well done, especially because it was such a hard lesson to learn, where you had to just give up on trying to control something and just be like, okay, if it's going to happen this way, then there it is, you know. And so finally you broke through and you were able to see that all of the worrying, all of the, you know, reflecting on the past and the anger and things like that just were wiped away. Okay. The next one you got was the Magician. So now you're in the Magician energy where you are able to create. Okay. So moving on, and actually when Mike pulled the full card, I was thinking, okay, now you have to really set your mind up to something that you really want to create this time around. Where is it that you want to go? Get those legal documents ready, get, you know, whatever it takes. It's time to get busy now, because in the Magician energy, you're going to be able to manifest. Okay. You're going to be able to manifest where you want to go. All right. So start digging into what do you need to do? How do you need to accomplish certain things, especially with legal stuff. Like, if I feel it's legal money stuff as well. Like, who do you ask for a loan? In particular, loan money. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And so it feels like even credit, like your credit needs to be at a certain number as well. And both you and your husband need to have really high credit scores in order for you to get something that is going to be more like spectacular than you've ever dreamed of. Like right now you're thinking, okay, I really want a nice environment, this and this and that for my family, just want to get out of here. But you're not really thinking long term, like where you're like, okay, I really do want to get away, but let's go ahead and start manifesting what type of house, what type of environment, what city, what, you know, things like that. Be very thorough. Okay. And what do you want, so that you can know where to go to ask for these loans, these house loans, these things like that. Everything legal needs to be done right now. Okay. And so that's what I'm receiving for you. Okay, Liz.
Yeah, what I got as well, yeah, I've got, first of all, Three of Cups. So it's pretty funny that she had gotten the Four of Cups for you. So Three of Cups is showing that while you're also making some pretty huge moves right now, it's so important to be able to face some of the most serious responsibilities with kind of like a light heart, having fun. It's important to enjoy the simple things, and, like, you know, make sure to take a little bit of time specifically for yourself, and then it's a little bit of time for you and your partner, that the two of you don't ever get lost in this mechanism of order, you know, so that the order is something that benefits your life and beautifies it, rather than, you know, slowly but surely, you know, suffocating it like ivy. You know, the Seven of Pentacles basically says that you're about to, you know, have the opportunity to take some pretty risk, jump into this energy, to feel this it's like love and sex. But Seven of Pentacles is saying that it's really important to enter in from, from a purely honest standpoint, and not one that is lost in all of the process itself. Like, not lost. And then for the Star card, it's pretty clear you've got multiple opportunities coming up for you, as well as a reevaluation for some of the opportunities that you've already been digging into for a while. I think part of you knows that everything is about to be simplified. Like the chessboard is about to have like 10 less pieces on it. And so even though like you're like, well, I've lost some of my players, it's like, the opponent did as well. And so, it's like things are simplified right now. It's really important, protect your team. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Like honestly, like keep moving forward and know that you are not, you are not.
Amen. It is at this time I want to reveal the launch of this great and amazing boy band that Jax, I, and Master Nuda have created. We're called the Darling Dudes. I'm Handsome Mike. We have Pretty Boy Jax and also Cool Nut. And our first album is called Inhale, Exhale. So be on the lookout. It's quite legendary. Oh my god.
Nice.
I didn't know.
It's funny because you have Aquarius as Canuta, and then you have Jax as a Libra, and then you have you, Gemini, so it's fucking air signs.
Yeah, look at that.
Word. Apparently my typing is loud as hell. I'll keep that in mind.
So loud. You are just like dun dun dun. And you're like punching the shit out of your keyboard. I'm like, the guy, like I'm just reading, okay? Like I don't need you to threaten me.
He's threatening me right now in message. Just kidding.
You guys are so funny.
Oh my god.
That's why we have the best lives, because we have the most funny stuff happen.
Word. Yeah, be on the lookout for that album. It's gonna.
Yeah, no, seriously, 2021.
We're better than NSYNC and Backstreet Boys combined. Just letting you know.
We're advertising our album a year early, so that you guys are really hyped up for it.
Because we're cool like that.
It's gonna be.
We're going on a world tour too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly just gonna be in this one state, but the whole world can come.
Our first single is called Breathing.
Our second single is
Lucid Breathing. Oh my god. Oh man.
I know, Brianna. I know. It's okay.
You guys are a triple threat. You guys, that's what you guys are. A triple threat. Oh.
We are a little bit of a triple threat.
Especially Canuta with his making the music and stuff, and then here comes Gemini rapping, and then Jax is gonna be the one that actually explains what Mike is saying.
He handles choreography too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be leather jackets. Leather jackets all over the place. Man, so many different types.
Oh yes.
I can't wait.
No, I'd be on the lookout. It's gonna be amazing.
So it looks like we got a 1 card for Kim. Are you ready?
Kimmy!
Not Brianna?
No, Brianna will be in the standard order because we're doing her 3 card later. I'm gonna do her planetary stuff separately. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, gotcha. But we're doing a 3 card for her in this session, just later? All right.
We're doing it tonight, but later. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's so funny. Like, I love Mercury retrograde so much.
Kimberly says, general, please. She said, police.
Police.
Like Please.
Please.
That's exactly how it says.
Go like extremely specific.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna tell you all about next Tuesday at 3 p.m. specific. I'm just kidding. I'll be general.
Your General Custard. He built this house in 1979.
So Kimberly just wants one?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Kimberly. This feels smooth like water, which I get the sense you have. I don't know if you have Pisces in your chart, but I get the sense that you have superpower to disarm like anybody. Like someone can have their guard up in 5 minutes. They're talking to you about how their dog died. They're like, how did she get behind my wall so quick? Okay, so we do have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the rich bitch energy. Like, I'm fucking wealthy. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm flossing on you. This is you, Kimberly. You're just out here stunting on everybody. On any and everybody.
I can see Kim was like, I'm rich, bitch.
So Kim does not. That is.
Wait. And you got some thirsty ones after you too. They want some, but I actually see this as like you kind of falling in love again, almost like embracing and accepting. But then again, I see this as someone who just sees you and is like, oh, I want some. So I don't know if this is like you going to receive affection or this is you opening up. This is definitely could mean like a new romantic lover, but I get the sense that this kind of feels like the water. Like this is what allows you to disarm people. Like you just tap into their inner child, their inner heart, and you speak directly to that. So you're rich, but we also have like new intuitive feelings, maybe a new creative project you invest this in. But I also get the sense that this is you, and these are some, interested suitors who are like, hey, it's not like the Justin Bieber night energy. This is more like innocent kind. So it's not like baby, baby, baby. It's more excuse me, miss. I don't know. I want to get it.
Justin Bieber.
It's more than night, right? But yeah, it's more like a smooth Chris Brown energy. Like, excuse me, miss. I don't know your name, but
be careful with the Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. Oh well, pre-Rihanna.
That's not the same man.
He said it was still dumb.
Like, I have no forgiveness for him.
I am complete. Oh God.
Let's try again. More like Trey Songz. Let's try Trey Songz.
Trey Songz. There we go.
We're like Trey Songz.
Bed faces. It's a bed faces vibe. There we go.
There you go.
It's gonna make the neighbors know your name. There we go.
There you go.
Trey Songz is like Knight of Wands, but it works. Screw it.
And then, like, what's that Black Roses song? I was like, Maggie, stop crying. Stop crying.
Oh my God.
Black Roses.
That's like one song that I don't like about it. You fucking crying right now. Why are you crying?
Yeah,
who made that song?
Tears.
Trey Songz.
Oh.
That Black Roses or whatever. It's like Black Roses for this dying love.
He said, I'll take Trey Songz. There you go.
Like, stop crying, man.
All right, kids, we're hacking that up. We're making that happen.
Yeah. All right. So what I pulled for you, Kim, is the King of Wands.
Oh,
So I feel like this is your energy in this current state. All right. Like you're like, all right, listen here. Underlings. like I'm in charge. This is how it's gonna go, and you're not gonna take any shit from anyone. It also feels like more of like you honing in on, instead of your Aries, is more like that Leo. All All right. Like it feels like more like a Leo dominance energy where you're just like, okay, I'm going to start stepping out on the stage more. I'm going to start, highlighting my, the good aspects of me. I'm going to show the world, who I am, type of like Leo fiery energy. But also the King of Wands brings you more or less like a kind of more self-confidence in that way that, intuitively you're receiving a lot of information and then you're just like, okay, I'm just going to share it. All right, I'm just going to share it with the world. If they resonate, they resonate. If they don't, whatever, I'm just sharing, sharing is caring. So it feels like you're definitely stepping into that energy like right now specifically. And it's going to push you towards when you start going into your season, which is Aries season, is going to start to establish more of like a, I would say following, like a bigger following. People are going to go into your page. You're going to start liking and following. You're going to build a bigger audience. It's going to expand your business in this way. Okay, so definitely you're honing in on that Leo King of Wands energy more than the Aries. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Kim.
Yeah, and it makes sense that you've got this because of Venus and Aries right now, and sort of, we've got a few more days where we're going to be experiencing that energy, and you're going to be sort of, using that magnetism. But I got the Hanged Man, so there's going to be some hung guy that's like,
what?
It's like, well, it's the Hanged Man, so like
the Hanged Man.
Oh well, hung guy. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because like the Hanged Man. Hanged is in like he's hung like on a cross or like by a rope, but also
okay. So you're using it differently.
Yeah,
it's ma'am.
As like a total joke. Yeah, no, I just like
it's ma'am. The Hanged ma'am.
Oh my god. But this is someone who
memories. What?
This is definitely a co-spirit person. This is definitely like one of those Earth guide people. This is someone who it feels like you are going to meet them. You're going to seek them out. You're going to gravitationally find your way into their field. And it feels like this is someone who's been through the same sacrifices, someone who's been through the same pain, because the Hanged Man is like, you can kind of evolve into the best, most powerful love and growth ever after having transcended this like extreme difficulty and sadness. So that's what I feel. I feel that there's someone coming your way. There's multiple people. I think that every character that we're all describing is all a different person. I don't think they're one and the same. So yeah, you're going to be busy. You got a lot to do.
Whoop.
Busy with that Hanged Man.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
Kim is like, what the fuck?
I know, sorry, Kim.
Jesus
We didn't make
Christ.
the rules, we just enforce them.
We didn't make the rules right.
Yeah. All right, so who is next? We have
El Chapo's son.
Son is here.
Patricia Chappelle Johnson.
Oh yeah, we do. Patricia, are you here?
Amen.
Are you here,
Thank you, Patricia.
And if so, do you have a question?
You're welcome, Kimmy. There's a lot of suitors coming your way, Kim.
Prepare yourself.
Be prepared.
The Hanged Man. That was so funny.
I was like, what is he really like?
Hung guy.
What? Hung guy. I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ. So Patricia got 3 cards?
She did actually.
Yes.
And that's just Jade. Okay. Or maybe, I don't know. No, yeah, I think it is. All right. Patricia, nice, perfect. So we have as an underlying theme the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords. Hopefully this is not a lurking ass spy. This is like the card of someone working for law enforcement to gain and collect information. This could represent you coming into new ideas, thinking in new ways. Ironically, though, with the Hangman and the Eight of Swords, I think facets of your subconscious are shutting down because you know you're being watched by someone who is indirectly picking information up. And so, in your clever genius, it's like on the surface, you may think you're unproductive, but you know when to be inactive. This is so weird, too. I think that's why you recently surrendered, but it's like there's what you think you're doing versus what your subconscious is protecting you with. And once again, this is just really weird to say because I don't know how more to make sense of like, spying influence, but it's not necessarily specific as to just you being watched. It also denotes your hard work being looked at by people who admire you and may want to steal your ideas. But what I really got is that it's not just physical, it's almost etheric. Like certain energies from other dimensions, roll with me here. I'm a little bit lost too. Certain energies from other dimensions are like looking into your aura, and it's like trying to discern secrets of how you do things. And so on the surface, you feel stuck. Like, I don't feel like my normal self, but your subconscious is like, oh, you trying to spy on me? Well, I'm just going to move different. I'm just going to basically do what I'm not used to doing so that what you pick up from me is not what I really do. So it's like on a weird genius way, it's like you're fooling certain people and you've experienced this as maybe a funky week or two where you just don't feel like yourself, but you're basically throwing off intergalactic feds. And we do have with the Two of Pentacles, you moving forward very productive. It's like you shake off whatever weird feeling you had and you're going to very quickly, it's actually telling you to trust your instincts and new income streams. So if there's nothing you get from this reading, just know that you're going to come up with a more practical way to manifest money for you that's hands-on. But you're clearing this older energy where you've kind of had to surrender to the old way and change what you're doing. And I'm getting that you had to do that because you subconsciously picked up on energy that's looking at you, but your conscious mind is not able to do this because your conscious mind picks up what's real. So you might think it's something to do with you, but it just, if you've been feeling out of your element or funky, it's not you. It's just you shaking off energy that was dealing with you, but also you coming into new information about how to manifest more and how to automate more of your income, which is lit. So I'm complete there.
Awesome. What I got for you was the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is the energy that you're in or you really need to be in because there's a lot of things that you have to choose, okay? Like especially when it comes to relationships with other people, I'm feeling like there are some opportunities to advance your career, to advance your connections with others, kind of networking and things like that. But there is also this need for you to be clear with your intentions, with your boundaries, with making sure that they understand that you have certain things or you do things in a certain way as well. Okay. So communication is key. All right. The next one I pulled for you is the Seven of Cups. So this is what I was tapping into, like opportunities, but making sure that you're clear on which ones you really desire to go for. It feels like there's an influence behind making a choice right now, where you're being told, hey, you know what, this is a great opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And then, but you don't have enough information or reference points. And so you don't feel like this is a clear, path for you. And so they're asking you to communicate more, ask more questions, make sure that this person is not gypping you, they're just not like luring you away from something that you already have your mind set on, because they're saying, oh, come over here with me, I'll make it better, things like that. And so make sure that you see what opportunities are right there before you, and don't be lured away by someone, promising you something that they, for one, haven't even shown you like any type of like anything when it comes to that, like nothing at all. Okay. The next one is the Hermit card. So it's going to take time for you to analyze. All right. So take time, be by yourself. Make sure you cut off any outside influences, especially when this is coming up big time. These are big life choices. It's not just something that you're going to take lightly. And so the Hermit is asking you to take your time, ask your inner self how you feel about these people, how you feel about these choices, and what's really truly going to lead you towards the path that you want for yourself. Okay, not just to make everybody happy, but for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you.
Yeah, what I got is starting with Queen of Wands, actually. So it's like lots of this Queen energy for you. You have the incessant need to take actions right now, like to take like action as often as possible, literally to whatever degree you can. It doesn't even matter if there's some projects you can't finish. You just have to work towards them as hard as possible to the maximum degree possible, and to be upright, because the thing is there's going to be a few temptations that come up where you could let something slide, not tell a lie, but you could let some truth go unspoken and things would work out a little bit easier on the surface. But you're going to definitely want to just be very virtuous, because it feels like Queen of Wands energy rewards this virtuousness the way it rewards the sunflower, rewards the dragon, and the lion energy. It rewards like the power of being a hero, you know, when it's difficult to be that. And the Magician card is your secondary card, is like sort of like an acceleration of that. It's suggesting that not only through this virtuous action will you find success, but there's also a lot of like more than just the powerful finances. It's like powerful lessons, powerful understandings, your skill set, whatever skills these are that you're working on growing right now, they become so green and full of nutrients, and like they begin to sprout off into something that you've never even seen or heard of. And the Seven of Pentacles says that while some of the things you're doing are a little bit risky, this is it's well worth it. Like you really need to make the leap of faith. You need to take some of these risks, and to find your peace while doing them. Not your anxiety, but still begrudgingly doing it, but finding your peace and your calm while you're taking them. So that's what I get for you.
Awesome. She said that her progress is in Libra. Nice.
That's a good place to have it.
Okay, let's see who is next.
I have a question. So if you guys consider, let's say Pisces is like the highest vibration, right? So would you consider Pisces sun and moon to be the highest, or Pisces sun aqua moon to be the final part, since the new moon is the beginning of it, or is it the end, but the cycle ends with aqua moon? So would that be the last, or is it second to last? Because double Pisces would be Aries.
Yeah.
So well, I'm kind of split with that.
I would say aqua would be, sorry.
Aqua, right?
Yeah, aqua would be
the
ultimate goal for everyone, you know, like because of the detachment that they have, they can see the bigger picture. Yeah. They understand cycles, they understand patterns, they understand everything that's necessary, you know, and so they can see that shit before anybody can, and it's fascinating to like how their mind works. It's so odd in the same time fascinating, because it's like they catch little things that you wouldn't catch, and that's how they're able to expand on those ideas and expand and thoroughly investigate things as well. And so with the Pisces, I would say more of like the spirit sense, that they're at that higher thing when it comes to spiritual reality, I guess you could say, in more of like a heart-centered way, not like the Aquarians that are just like everything happens for a reason, so you know, buckle up, you know. And the Pisces are more heart-centered in that sense, that they believe in true love, they believe in, you know, the good in people. And so it's really hard for them to understand that that doesn't really happen every day, you know, like people are not like them. Like people are not that way. People are evil sometimes, you know, and so I would say the ultimate is Aquarius, because they can see everything.
Aquarius manifests Pisces.
Yeah, that's funny. I would say a sun and moon in Pisces would be the highest, because for me it's like the sun in Pisces is
the
like
final is what you mean, like highest is in the final, or both? Okay.
I know.
Final and both, yeah, because
Final, okay.
for the sun there's the understanding of the ending death vibration that can become rebirth, and then there's the feeling it. And so I would say the moon being there as well is the feeling of it, because the thing is, we know that it's good to be one with everything, but that's not the same as feeling one with everything, you know? Like we need to have both the knowledge and the feeling, to me.
So the ending is a new beginning, because I feel that too, but then the new moon is
its own dimension.
But it's a conjunction though, right?
Yeah.
So like it starts a new cycle. So that's why I was like, so would it be Pisces, sun and moon, and then the end would be Aqua moon? But that wouldn't make sense, because you would think Pisces, right?
What I would think is, and especially because think about Pisces, the oneness thing, the theory that they live by, pretty much, like this is what they live by. It's like they don't understand the concept of separation. Like they don't understand that those persons' ideals are not your own. They don't have an independent ideology. It's more like they're fanatics in some ways, you know, and so like they're loyal to a fault. All right, like they will fucking go through hell and, you know, high water for the persons that they love, even though these people are really doing some shitty shit, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the fault in Pisces. Their love is that, you know, like that. All right, and what Aquarius brings to the table is knowing the truth and not allowing themselves to fall for that. Okay, they're more, I feel like Pisces definitely is really heart space, definitely really loves people, no matter how horrible they can be, you know. And Aquarius is like, no.
The ultimate judge. But sometimes I think Pisces is a secret first sign though. Like it's Aries, but like the shadow first.
Something about Pisces that just constantly has that ancient, like original energy.
Yeah,
they are Persephone.
The original state of being.
The primordial, where Aries comes from, or something like that.
I feel like they're Persephone in Greek mythology, where she loved Hades no matter what.
She actually loved Hades? I thought she just got kidnapped by him. Interesting.
No, actually, eventually they became rulers together. They were equals, you know, and that's the good thing, is like she was able to balance that love with independence as well, like after a while, you know.
So it wasn't Stockholm syndrome. Nice.
No, because she was actually the one ruling. Like there's a lot of legends where she was the one being asked for permission to do certain things, and so there's that power, you know. And so that's what, like, a lot of people think, oh, she was just like a captive or poor girl or whatever. No, she actually gave permission to certain heroes to come get their dead. You know what I mean? Like it's not like she was an equal. She was like, you know, they didn't go for, oh, Aries, Hades, can I get, you know, somebody from the dead or whatever? And like, no, they asked her.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm like, oh, there you go. See,
they made Zeus look like a total whore and Hades a total creep. So I thought that was interesting.
Daughter or whatever. So it's like her.
And then Poseidon was just kind of there.
Yep. Poseidon was an asshole though. Like,
aren't they all assholes? That's the most hilarious part.
He was like, okay, well, it's because of Athena. That's why, because Athena and Poseidon didn't get along, so Athena punished Poseidon's lovers.
Athena, no.
Yeah, she did that.
When you did the Greek goddess video, I was thinking about her, and I got that card because she's on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I always see Pisces as Persephone, being like two energies, you know, like loving, nurturing, beautiful, allowing, you know, family, you know, growth and things like that. And then if you cross them, then they're like the queen of the underworld, you know. So yeah, that's how I see them.
That makes sense.
Plus, I always see Hecate as Aries because she's the one that helped Persephone's mom look for her. She guided her, and that's how like the whole season stuff, like you know, Persephone's in the underworld and the mom's crying or depressed, and that's where winter's coming. And then Hecate is guiding her with a light, with a torch, with fire. And so I always see kind of like when Persephone comes back, the spring comes back, and then right after Persephone comes Hecate, you know, as the guide. So I always see Hecate as an Aries energy.
Good to know. Very good to know. So Carolyn's next?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. General, 1 card.
Is it 1 card or 3?
1 card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
So for Carolyn, I actually got 4 of. Oh, that's so funny. You got 5 of swords. I got 4 of cups. What'd you
I
got?
know it. Did y'all see that? Y'all didn't see that?
Yes,
God damn it! All right. Yeah, I got the 5.
4 of coins.
Yeah.
5. That's funny.
Oh, good.
What's going on?
Okay, so I got the 5 of swords for you, but I split the deck and I got the ace of swords. So, Carolyn, it looks like you're about
5
to
minus
shut.
what it's for.
Boom! It looks like you're about to shut the hell someone up. It looks like someone around you is just like acting like they know everything, and then you're just gonna be like, "Here are the facts. Shut up! Shut up! Shut your mouth." But if this is a scattered mouth, nah. Okay, so this could be a scattered mind. This could be talking about just being like, just miscommunication. But I split this deck, right, and I really feel like you're this ace, and like you're about to be the hero. Towards if anything, okay, so in an initial sense, this could be a specific somebody who's just, they mean well, but they're just alienating themselves because they want to be right all the time, and then you just actually give them facts and kind of make them look stupid. But then I also feel like this is just like any situation, like you're the source of truth for people right now, and it's pretty much clearing up a lot of misconception. But I get the sense that someone's been lying around you too. And you know how some people can tell lies, but they don't know you know the truth? And it's like you were just waiting. So this could be a budding situation, but the main message I want to give you is you are clearing the BS and the misconception. And I think it's going to be in a very subtle, graceful way where you don't even know that's what you're doing. You're just being yourself and inadvertently exposing people who think they're finessing. Okay, this is even more important because the main card I got for you is the 9 of Swords. So there's a lot of highly charged mental and chaotic anxiety and energy. So I'm really glad I got that Ace of Swords because I think that's all gonna clear. I'm living this right now. I know what this is like. So it's just a lot of insomnia, just picking up on a lot of negativity. In some decks, there's a demon that shows, negativity being shared. But yeah, I get the sense that you're clearing this all once and for all. So if you're feeling that, it's not just you. I think your mind is telepathic exceptionally to where you pick up other people's thought patterns electrically, but you experience it as anxiety because that's the way your mind makes sense of it. But it's deeper than that. And I think you're going to come into huge clarity on all that very shortly. I'm complete.
Yeah, no, and for me, I got 4 of Cups, so it's like, don't allow anyone to judge your dreams. Like, people are going to be, as long as you're staying appreciative with the things you already have, as long as you are taking stock of all there is to be grateful about, like, other people are trying to look at your dreams and the things you're working on and judge it or try and criticize you or go over all these different things you could be doing. And then you look at them and recognize that they're not doing any of these things in their own life. So like, where do they like have the audacity to try and speak that to you? Like, just remember where information comes from, and remember that many people judge many things, and it doesn't have any relevance or connection to what is actually important. What's important is that you are seeking your dream, you're living your dream, you're deciding to become your dream, and you appreciate the dreams that you already have captured in a way in your life. But just because other people can't see your future doesn't mean that you can't live your present, you know? Like, just let yourself live it.
All right. So
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab some water.
Okay, so I got the Four of Pentacles for you, and like Mike said, it feels and Jax, kind of like I started like seeing information here about like people around you. Okay, it feels like right now you have like these people who have conservative attachments, especially around finances and how you're gonna, you know, even do anything that is out of your comfort zone, things like that they're not used to as well. And so, and don't listen to the advice that they're giving you regarding that. It feels like they're this energy, not you. You're willing to expand your horizons. You're willing to do things that are going to make you happy. And these people are just like, oh no, don't do that, hon. You're going to waste your money. You're going to waste your time. You're going to, you know, how are you going to make money? You know, they're just in your ear asking, you know, these questions and stuff like that because they're in fear mode, and they're trying to control the outcome of your life, trying to control you by, you know, just kind of like worst case scenarios, things like that. And even when it comes to like work, it's like, oh, how are you going to do this? How are you going to survive? How are you going to, you know, just, it's just a lot of questions, a lot of like hesitant energy around you, and so it kind of does drive you to think about these things too, and to analyze them the best that you can. But ultimately your heart is saying, move forward, let's move on with our lives, let's go ahead and do what it is that we want to do, okay, that makes us happy. So that's what I have for you, Carolyn. They are freaking out. Yeah, there's like a lot. Like, oh, no, not me, no. So yeah, so just be you, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your heart.
Amen to that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiating the return of Jack's sequence.
He's getting water.
Pretty boy Jax. Pretty boy swag.
So next is, after Carolyn, is Brianna Sanford.
Brianna Sanford. She has 3 cards?
Yes, 3 cards.
Brianna, which is also Brianna K. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Brianna. So the underlying theme.
You're welcome, Carolyn.
Okay, so Brianna, I'm picking up right now that the elements are reaching out to you, like elemental wisps. I guess you're an avatar. I'm not seeing your chart, so whenever I sense stuff like this gives me the impression that you have like planets and at least all 4 elements. But I'm getting that like these elemental wisps are reaching out to you because it's like okay, this is very interesting. So it's almost as if like the ether of your energy is split into these 4 elements, and like they're reaching out to you in masters of each 4 elements. It's almost as like your life is an avatar, but like you're coming into mastery of 4 elements of expression through these wisps, and they're specifically manifesting themselves as challenges. So like to master fire, you're gonna have to do a test of patience, so your temper is not bad. To master water, you're gonna have to do like compassion. They're gonna be very practical in the way this works, but you're going to learn like these super magical modalities from these elements. Like once you master water, you'll be able to consciously heal with water. You already heal unconsciously, but you'll be able to direct it and heal miraculously. So I felt the need to bring that to you. We have the Queen of Wands, which is you. This is the Queen of Fire, This is a very bold and powerful woman. So I see this as you stepping into your inner Nicki Minaj and not being afraid to, you know, put your legs open. People say women should sit with their legs crossed. The Queen of Wands does not give a fuck because she knows you still love her, and she knows that she's the hottest queen out of all the four queens, and you know, she's constantly getting people off her D. But we also have the Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Okay, this is very remarkable because energy is moving very quick for you. You're coming into very exciting news. This is very festive. This is very hot. You are actually even being encouraged to do things that you've never done before, but at risk. But the Three of Swords here is there's a sacrifice coming up because you're now stepping more into the fire element of your grace, and there's certain things you have to stop doing. I think it's going to be like getting a shot. It's going to pinch at first, but there's so much exciting energy coming in. It's not going to feel like a sacrifice. It would have felt like a sacrifice. It's okay. It's going to be like this. It's like you have your favorite. I'm going to use a video game again. Like, let's say, you know, Nintendo is your favorite, and you had a Nintendo Wii, and you had sentimental value for that Wii. But the reason why it's not going to be so bad to give up is because you just came into like a Nintendo Switch. So it's going to be easy to give up the Wii because you have an upgraded version. So it's just kind of you getting rid of the sentimental value. This Three of Swords is talking about, and I feel like this message applies to everyone watching this too, but especially to you, Brianna. You're connecting with people who you have learned valuable lessons from. You're connecting with people who you're friends with because you've known them for a long time. But that doesn't mean that you need to be their friends. Your soul is telling you to cut them off, but you feel guilty because it's like, but I've known this person for so long. And it's like, doesn't matter how long you've known them. I'm learning this lesson too. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. If certain toxic influences need to kind of be distanced. And I think because you're such a loving person, you see into the good of others. You know that you want to be an influence of change. It's hard for you to let go, but you need to let go because these people mean well. They're not bad people, but they're gonna hold you back from where you're going. So you kind of have to like, you know. And I get this once again. I get this image like you're coming into your queendom, and as a queen, you don't care about royalty like that. Like this woman has her legs open, so a lot of people are like, "You're a queen. You can't hang around these people." And you don't give a fuck. Like you'll hang around anybody. You'll treat a janitor like a CEO, but you still have to live up to your royal um, status. Okay. I don't think you might really like the fact that you have to, but it's very important. And like, there's just certain influences you can't have around you because it's not really about you as much as what you represent and you glowing. So, congratulations.
It's definitely a really positive time for you too right now because Nine of Cups is like, you're about to step into this whole like this powerful law of attraction energy. You're about to start manifesting all these different things that you want in your life. And in order to do that, I completely agree. It's like you have to just make sure that you are fully endorsing you and not letting any other people's energies influence how it is you behave or how it is you take action because you don't need that. Temperance shows that, you being serene in the state of other people's craziness, other people's, even when other people have a really good point to make, but they counter you in different ways. Temperance is saying that you can be the same serene whether you're in a battle zone or whether you're just like in the most beautiful, paradisal energy. So the number one thing for you right now is like understand you are on the verge of like 100 different types of development right now, and like ways of beautifying your life, beautifying your spirit. And the most important thing is giving yourself justice. Like seriously, to the maximum, making sure that everything it is that you are setting as a boundary is something that you enforce to the maximum extent. It's something you take seriously. Little things matter. So if someone borrowed $5 or whatever, you might be like, I don't mind that they didn't pay back the $5. It's like, no, it's not about the $5. It's about the fact that you literally need to keep everything perfectly even right now, like full on Libra style, like as balanced as it gets, because if you do that, then you'll continue to use this Nine of Cups energy. You'll continue to stay in this flowing abundance of truth and honesty, surrounded by people that give truth and honesty, and allowing even that little $5 thing to happen. It's not about worrying about the small things. It's about taking like your needs seriously. It's about taking other people's things that they say to you, like, and you treat it the way you would, the way that you would expect them to treat what you say, which is to be honored and to be listened to and to be followed through with. And that every word should have a matching action. And if it doesn't, then, you don't belong near that energy. You don't have anything to do with that, because this is just too much success in such a short amount of time to allow it to be squandered by anyone who's not going to step up and be in that same place with you.
Amen to that.
All right. So I got the Three of Pentacles for you. So kind of like looking at what you're going to start doing, especially focusing or refocusing your energy on what it is that you want to create in your life. Who do you want to bring into your life, and what direction you're going towards? Okay. I feel like there is definitely this need for you to be, your higher self is saying, you need to realize that every action you take, every choice you make is the right choice for you. Okay. Yes, there's hiccups on the road. Okay. Yes, you're going to be, going towards different roads, different paths, things like that. But ultimately, you are the one who is driving the vehicle. Okay. So you're the one that chooses where you're going to stop, where you're going to exit, where you're going to come back on the road, things like that. Understand this. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself because you've strayed off the road or whatever path that you had in your mind. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles is saying everything is as it should be. You are choosing the right path for you. Okay. And then we have the King of Wands. And so the King of Wands is an influential energy in a way that they're going to have your back. They're not going to just tell you what you want to hear. Okay. They're going to be direct. They're going to be honest, and they're going to tell you, like, hey, you know what you need to do? Get rid of those people. Okay. Hey, you know what you should have done? This and this and that. Okay. But they're still going to be supportive of the choices that you make. Okay. Whether or not you get rid of these people now or later. Okay. So that's kind of like, I feel like this is an older influence, an older person, someone that's wiser. Okay. Like they've seen the patterns before. They've seen what you're going through before, because they've gone through it too. Okay. And it feels like you're definitely going to have a mentor that's going to lead you towards accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish, as well as having a positive impact in your life. Okay. It could be your, a parent, it could be a friend, things like that, that has more of like a direct voice, a direct say in your life. Okay. And it's, again, this energy is more mature, but also can have fun. Like they know that mistakes happen. Mistakes are not really mistakes. They're just lessons learned. Okay. The next one I pulled for you is the Ten of Cups, because this is the ultimate goal that you want, is happiness. You want a structured family life. You desire it. You want to bring a good relationship into your life and have it for your children. You want to have that support system that you've lacked in the past. And so this is what this is going to bring you, is like there's going to be opportunities to focus on yourself, listen to your heart, and again, remember that every single road that you've gone through wasn't a mistake. It was more of a lesson learned, and everything is as it should be. It's time for you to have the courage to move forward in your own passions. Okay. So that's what I have for you.
Beautiful.
Now we've got a 1 card with Andrea or Andrea.
Good job, Brianna. Get rid of them. Kick them to the road.
So for we have the Queen of Cups for you, Psychic Mastery. Through being at peace with your own inner world. But this is amazing, because it's almost as if like your psychic abilities are so on point. You have the superpower to just be receptive to all the tea that there is to be dished. Like you don't even need to have people tell you gossip. Like you could just tune into people and like you're literally just going to receive this. Once again, the Queen of Cups could be a central feminine figure, but for you, Zach, I actually see this as like you're just able to tune into people and you're able to know the drama they're dealing with. And it's not really supposed to be drama, but life is dramatic, so it's usually going to be drama. And this allows you empathy to deal with others. So at one level, this is a central feminine figure who is going to reflect to you how you can harness this within yourself, maybe a Cancer woman. But I really do get the sense that you're tuned in. So it's not you're tuned into others, you're tuned into you. And because you're tuned into you, you're receptive to others. It's super badass. And it's like you have these super empathy powers. And now I'm starting to think that this is you, Zach. And your divine feminine is trolling the shit out of you, and she's sending you like cups. She's like psychically, because this is specifically an intuitive woman that assists the querent. So this is your divine femme, or I hate to say DFDM, but it's like this is definitely a significant woman to you who's like engaging with you psychically. And you know how there's some memes who are like, women make the first move by sending psychic vibe. This is what this woman is doing. Be like, she's passing you a cup. You might be entertaining other options, but it's like, take the cup. And she's establishing a new psychic connection with you by trolling the living shit out of you. Water sign women do this all the time, bro. So good luck. I'm just letting you know. I'm on to you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all really do this. It's all good. And I'm complete as you contemplate. Damn.
I also got the wheel. I think that you're in this massive shifting energy right now. It's definitely about to be a change of seasons for you. And it feels like this is actually something you're comfortable with. It feels like you almost feel like there's part of you that recognizes the way life is about to change so drastically, and you're kind of excited for it. You're ready to be uncomfortable. You're ready to be in a difficult situation right now. You're ready to face challenges that are stronger than you are currently, but you know that you'll be able to eventually overcome them.
Hey.
I think that this is good. Get comfortable and don't overthink it. Like allow yourself to get really comfortable with the way life is about to make some really strange shifts for you. It feels like financially this feels really positive, and it feels like emotionally you're going to have to face some of your oldest dragons. You know, you're going to be facing some of the original problems that became sort of like systemic problems within your heart and within your life. So it's a good time for that. It's a good time to face the greatest darkness as well as experience all that beautiful sunshine, you know?
Awesome. So I got the Fool for you, Zach. So yes, starting off a new journey, but again, really excited for these changes to come. Not even caring how this is gonna play out right now. Like you're just like, whatever, I'm ready for a change. Whatever comes, I'm ready. You know, like I'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time. If there's a situation that needs my attention, then I'll give it the full attention that needs it. You know, it's just, it feels like you're definitely ready to move forward with your life. You're definitely ready for a new adventure. You have like this sense of enthusiasm behind it as well. That's a driving force towards curiosity as well. Like what's coming, you know, like who's coming next, you know, things like that. So it does feel like there's this air of just not, you know, not so much of like a dense wanting to be like in control right now. Like you're just like freed. Like you just like, you're like a I would say disembodied spirit, free to explore everywhere you wish to go. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Zach.
Awesome. And then it looks like next is Lightworker Enterprises. Lightworker Enterprises, are you here? Oh, you're so welcome, Zach. I'm glad that it was on point. I'm excited for you too, because I mean, you're about to, this is a total different transformation. You're going to be a new person, like after this, one way or the other. So like you're, you know, you're taking the right steps for that.
Yes. Let's see. You're welcome, Brianna.
Leah's question, I believe so. Yeah, I believe we did. Looks like we did.
Nancy, that's Nancy.
Boom. Why is Elias non-committal? He dating other women or looking for another job? So you want to know why someone is non-committal? Yeah, let's see.
You want the Libra, the Libra answer, or you want the Sagittarius straight out? I'm gonna tell you what's up.
Both, but it's gonna get good. Yeah, let me get in there. Let's see what's happening. But I see being, yeah, I get vibes already.
Yes.
Smell a disturbance in the force. Okay. So, oh Jesus. So, as far as dating other people, I mean, I would say the most accurate way I can answer that is kinda. It's like, so first of all, so here's you. You're represented as the Empress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this energy of respecting that about you and recognizing that in you and you know, having you as the first and foremost for sure. But this Knight of Wands is suggesting that there's a lot other many other things that are going on here as well on a relatively consistent basis with the Knight of Wands. And it feels like there's, and literally, I mean, just look at even this character's face. If you can see, if the camera zooms in, this guy's face is sort of split in two.
Yeah,
You know,
two person, two lives.
Like it's wooden, right? Like it's wand. And to me, with that duplicity that is there in the face, like there's definitely something else going on. And this is what really gets me, is the end result for him is Tower. And so with Tower, it means that, you know, he's in this place where he is heating up the sky with his fire. And then it's like, you know, when the sky gets, you know, extremely hot, then we've got some lightning that has to shoot down in order to balance things out, in order to discharge. And so that's going to be the destruction of his tower. To me, this isn't, it's so much more than just being about other women. It's about him being the version of himself right now that where he doesn't want to be the more stable, solid version of himself. He's not choosing that, because the illusion is always that like, oh, it's these like other people that they're talking to. No, it has nothing to do with the other people. It never does. It's about the version of yourself that you're choosing. And he's choosing a version of himself that is capable of getting struck, you know, by the tower. And instead of choosing the version of himself that could create stability, which he could.
Yes.
So
and that's exactly kind of similar to what I got, because I got the Knight of Wands too. But yeah, so I got this Two of Swords. This is you right now. All right, you are in this indecisive energy where you're trying to figure out the path that you want to choose. You know, letting that go and moving on to something better, or sticking with it and seeing where it goes. Okay, this is where you're at right now, in your heart, in your mind. There seems to be a stubbornness about you as well, where you're just like, if I let this go and someone swoops in and takes them, then that's going to ruin like the plans that I had with this person, which is kind of like not you're not being realistic right now when it comes to this person. It's kind of like it's not another person taking him. It's him, like Jack said, choosing that type of lifestyle at this time. Okay. So that's where you got the Knight of Wands as well. It's like this person is very charismatic, very charming. Maybe you've had sex with them. And it's just like, he is so attentive when you guys are having, relations, or when you're talking to him. He's so attentive that it makes you feel like you're the only person ever, in his mind or whatever. But you have to remember that this is a choice that he is making. Okay, he is making it because there's something, like there's a root cause to it. All right, maybe there's past incidents in a past relationship where he was, hurt, and so right now he's just taking it out like in that way, because he's not doing it in a healthy way and actually dealing with his emotions like he's supposed to. More or less, he's just like, fuck it, like I'm gonna do whatever I want. And so, that being said, you're gonna have to choose the Eight of Cups. You're gonna have to choose to walk away. Okay, it's gonna be a tough choice for you, because again, you want to see this go somewhere. Okay, you want to really see this go somewhere because of the attention, the attentiveness that he gives you, at the time that you guys are together. All right, and so because of that, because he's showing this side of himself, and then at the same time he's showing this really fucked up, like non-committal side as well. It's like luring you back in. It's like luring you back in. You're getting lured back in, and so you're gonna have to finally just be like, I'm done. Okay, I'm done with this game. Okay, so definitely I would have a talk. I would talk to this person, all right, and tell them, all right, what's really happening? Like, let me know what's really happening. I don't want any fucking excuses. You better be fucking upfront. Where is this going? If you are afraid of the truth of what this person's gonna say to you, because you already know intuitively, you already know what's gonna happen. You just be ready for it, okay? But you really have to be honest with yourself. You really have to be honest about this person. You really have to see them for who they really are at this time and this time in their life, okay?
Beautiful. So this is about Elias.
Yes.
One card, three cards.
It's a 3 card.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And also, there's no excuse for that type of behavior, by the way. Like, I would never, I'm sorry. Like, I'd be like, fuck you. What, you're not going to text me one day? Fuck you. That's just me. Like, it's like, you can't fucking ghost me.
So for you, Nancy, I do have the Chariot. The Chariot is definitely focusing on self-love for you because you got it like that and you got it going on. So it's almost as if like you can't even worry about these dudes. Like, well, you're not worrying about these dudes, but the energy for this is I ain't worried about no one because I'm flashy and I'm shining and like you either got me or you hair flip like you miss me. Like the
Yeah.
Chariot, everyone wants to be with the Chariot. So it's like, what's up? I have no time to wait. So this could be talking about him too, but this is more so like the more you kind of focus on not focusing on yourself, but the more you kind of like focus on what you're doing, the more attraction. So I'm kind of amazed because the first card I got, Knight of Wands, boom.
You got the Knight of Wands too?
Yeah, Knight of Wands as well.
With the Devil as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the Knight of Wands is a bit of a hoe to me, but it is what it is.
That's
he knows,
pretty much.
he will get in your pants. I will say that. And then he'll get in your friend's pants and her friend's pants. But yeah, like shout out to my Knight of Wands though. But yeah. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, we get along. But yeah, other than that, the Devil card does show promiscuity with the Knight of Wands. Maybe this is a future sex session, but it's interesting because the Six of Swords is the bridge here. So it's almost as if we see this person moving away, but past, present, future, it's almost as if you're able to kind of balance this promiscuity. Almost in a sense, it's almost like you can kind of use him for that energy, but like if you're looking for anything committal, this could suggest he is dating, like talking to other people. Maybe he's not into them. Maybe he's just effing them, but he doesn't love them or anything. But that devil card is really interesting to me because it does, if this isn't with you, it does suggest like toxicity for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this that makes me think there's some type of forward movement, but it's headed back to here anyway. So that's really interesting. It's either sex with this knight or just kind of moving away from the toxicity of it all.
Yeah. I'll
Thank
be like,
you.
fuck you. Fuck what you're going through. You can't be ghosting me.
That's probably it. The ghosting. Okay.
Yeah,
The sword.
that's just how I am. Like, I'm just sorry. Like, if you're not like 100%, then bye. Like,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not
Extremist.
fucking with people like that.
Sadie's like,
And he's a Virgo
damn.
too. I had a Virgo that I dated that was like, at the end of it, I had to like be like, bye, because he started getting that way, and I'm like, nope, bye bye.
Virgo men could be ruthless.
They can. It's something like, and it's so funny because when I broke up with him, he was like, wait, no, wait, we can make this work, and I was like, no, we can't. Like, like he didn't want to break up. Like I don't. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have permission to break up with you. Like what the fuck? Yeah, like he was like getting to that like where he was like being weird. Like he changed, and I'm like, there's something wrong. And so I confronted him, and he was like, oh, it's because, I'm going through a hard time because, I'm just afraid because my past girlfriend, she broke my heart. And so I was like, I'm not your past girlfriend. I'm sorry. Like, I straight out told him, like, I'm not her. And if you're still hung up on her, then okay,
Peace.
bye.
So our
That's
next,
just me.
no, for sure. So our next is Melanie. Melanie, did you have a question or would you like a general?
Melanie Wallace.
Melanie. Yeah, Nancy, exactly. Yeah, you're an Empress character, you know?
Yeah, you need someone that's gonna worship at your fucking altar, all right? You need someone that's not gonna be like, oh, I'm not sure.
You definitely don't need knights at the moment. Yeah. Some kings would sounds more appropriate. Some emperors, some kings, that kind of.
Yeah. An emperor. Someone that knows what they want.
Emperor.
Exactly. The classic pronunciation.
Nisha, if
Emperor.
you check out the link in the description box, you will see the price because there's a couple. It's not just one. Great question. Great question. Melanie got one card.
Melanie got a 3 card.
Three. She got 3 cards. So the underlying
You're welcome, Nancy.
that we got for you on this fine day. Speculation and pause. You are growing your crops, Melanie. You're in a position to allow your work to grow. And as you, oh, no way. Oh, wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So great confirmation. This is like you've already planted the seeds. They're growing, but they're not harvested yet. And so you're allowing them to harvest. You're investing. You're saving your money. We also have the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Justice. So things have moved very quickly for you, Melanie, and you're taking everything that has developed and you're moving forward with great assistance. This is business. This is trade. This is you seeing the next 3 weeks out, and you have it planned. You have what you're going to do. You're going to travel. You're going to do this, and this is all reaching a great balance here with the justice. It's like these are the steps towards making a business legitimate, and this is signing the documents. But it's a period that you still need patience through, because it's not all going to happen overnight, even though it's going to start off really quick. So this is very beautiful. It's the road to legitimization officially, and this is going to bring so much more power for you, which is amazing. Amaze balls.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and for me, what I'm seeing is Seven of Pentacles right away. It's funny, this is the third time tonight I've drawn Seven of Pentacles. It's pretty clear the collective wants us all to be ready to take some risks and to, like, you know, to jump in on things, to invest in something that it's hilarious because Ari was
Day trading.
about day trading so much, and she's so excited about it, and she's all, you know, passionate. But yeah, no, what I'm seeing for you is like it's definitely time to be ready to take risks on yourself, and to understand you deserve more. The whole point of taking a risk is not because you might lose something or you might win the lottery, but because you're basically saying my baseline should be higher than what my baseline, and I need to raise that up. People not do it for me. It's like definitely engage with the throat energy, with all of the speaking. Every single card you have is extremely blue. Your other one is Five of Swords. It's pretty clear that other people are going to cross your path. They're going to give you counter information to what you know to be true. They'll give you counter opinions to what you feel. And when you receive these, it's so important to be able to digest them and listen to what these people are saying without necessarily accepting it, while being able to say, no, 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 I'm still moving on my path, but I recognize why this other person believes this. I believe in doing this particular thing selflessly, and this person views it as self-sacrifice. Maybe they're not necessarily wrong, but that's not the energy I'm going for. I'm not a martyr, and I'm not going to be. And then finally, Nine of Cups is suggesting the end result for taking this risk on yourself, for standing strong in your mental convictions and being certain of what it is you know and believe, is because this is what makes you a powerful entity. This is what makes you Nine of Cups. This is what makes it so you can actually convert dreams into reality. It's literally believing in yourself, literally having such strong belief in the choices you're making, the things you're doing. The universe can't help but almost, assist you with that, because the universe is competitive and it's going to compete with you whether you're negative or positive. It will make sure that you have a lot more of whatever it is you're putting out. So be ready, be ready for some big, exciting challenges, because all of these things are influences on a quest of like the Holy Grail. It's like influences in challenges while you're on some ancient, quest to find something magical. It just feels very special and very once in a lifetime. Like your whole life is gearing up for this moment, and deep down you kind of already sense it in the air. You can feel that you're about to close the loops that started and opened up a long time ago. So yeah, it's really intense.
Awesome. So I got the Seven of Wands as kind of like the opposing force energy. So like Jackson and Mike hit it right on the head, where you're going to have people who are going to try to divert your attention to them. Okay. They're going to try to lure you into their drama. They're going to try to lure you away from what you have planned for yourself. It also feels like there is a neediness in their energy, a neediness for your attention. And so if you're not paying attention to them, you're not giving them attention, and you're giving yourself attention, they feel it and they don't like it. Okay. Especially because you're rising above that. All right. You're transforming yourself from the inside out, where you know that this is your time to shine, your time to step forward and be the leader that you wanted to be for a very long time. That's why you got the Queen of Swords. Is like, make sure that you are definitely voicing your own opinions, telling them how it is, making sure that they know that there are boundaries that they cannot cross anymore. And they know that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to allow you to try to lure me away from the stuff that I already have planned for myself. Okay. It feels like there's a lot to do with finances in this sense of the word, where there is money that you're bringing into you're building wealth. That's what I'm hearing. You're building wealth, and all these people are going to be like, hey, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? And so it feels like you're definitely going to be challenged with having to say no. Okay. That's a big one for you, having to say no to them. all right? Because it's like they smell it on you. Like, oh, she got a lot of money today, so I'm gonna go borrow. So, you know, it's just like they smell it. You're just gonna be like, no, I'm using this for something else. And so you got the temperance card too. So balancing that, okay, making sure that you balance your, and making sure that you have boundaries and you make sure you implement them. Okay, that's a big one. Also, making sure that it does feel like you're struggling with that. It feels like you want to help everyone out. You want everyone to be happy. You want everyone to, you know, stop struggling, things like that. But that doesn't, you know, it's not okay for you to struggle and then see them rise up. Okay. And because you gave them everything for that. And so it's time for you to rise. Okay. It's time for you to be like, sorry, not today. You know, right now I only have enough for myself. Okay. And so it feels like this temperance card is telling you, yep, it's time for you to just say no, use the money for yourself, use your time for yourself, and all that good stuff. Okay. So that's what I have for you.
Boom.
Heck yeah. And next we got Lisa Wilder with a 1 card.
Nisha?
Lisa Wilder.
Lisa Wilder, 1 card. Gotcha.
Lisa, if you can let us know if you're here and if you have a question or if we're just going to do a general for you. And we're going to make it time because I'm almost out of time.
Is this the last one?
No, second to last one.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Jax is like the little white rabbit. Oh, about time.
You know, that's funny. That connects a lot of my life. Yeah.
Like, we're almost out of time.
I remember watching Alice in Wonderland and like, yeah, why is he so stressed? He was the first cartoon character I remember being so stressed out. There's something weird about it. Yeah.
We got the 8 of Swords, Wild Magi. You feel stuck in your current career because you're outgrowing your career. You're outgrowing what you can do. You're outgrowing what you're capable of. So the reason why you may be dealing with limiting beliefs is because your spirit has evolved and your physical body is catching up to where what you're meant to do. So I almost get the vision where like you've grown out of what you do. Like you're a giant working where you are and you need to actually work where other giants are, which almost sounds discriminatory. So my bad. But we also have the Page of Swords here. So now this is interesting because this is definitely talking about someone who is coming into new insight. If this is a career reading, be careful about people who are doing corporate espionage too, like trying to gain intel from you, maybe to tell a boss or something. So if we look at this, this is someone who on the surface has a lot of intelligence but little wisdom, and like they talk a lot, but inside they feel like with limiting beliefs very stuck. Now, as far as this applies to you, it's almost as if like you're dealing with growing out of your career by perhaps looking for new jobs. But I feel like with the Page of Swords, you have to be comfortable with doing something you feel like you don't have enough qualification for, but you're actually naturally amazing at. And I think that's why you feel stuck, because it's like, well, I don't have a lot of experience doing it, but you don't have to have experience because you're amazing. So I am complete.
I still feel that same thing. I got temperance, and absolutely the spreading of the wings was the way I was thinking of it. But I loved when you said like you're outgrowing it, like the rope and the swords. It's like, yeah, you're definitely, it's definitely time for you to spread your wings. The thing is, what you will have to do in the near future as quickly as you can is take some time to like meditate and really evaluate your skills and your talents and the things that you're good at. Don't underestimate your ability of perception. Don't underestimate your ability of mediation, of communication, of deeper understandings, of staying calm and thoughtful, even though situations get hectic and very like fast paced. don't underestimate the value of all those different things, because if you do, you're not going to give yourself a chance. You have to immediately give yourself credit for the things that you're incredibly good at and the things you're ready to move forward with, because you're essentially stepping from the person energy into the angelic energy. You're allowing yourself to at least to explore that angelic energy and to push for something greater, a more divine being, and one who's serene, even though the world might not even know how to compliment you or put that energy to sort of validate that energy for you. So you're going to have to validate it yourself. You're going to have to be your own guardian angel and say you're ready to spread your wings, you're ready to move forward. And first, it will just come from self-recognition, one of the most important parts of self-love. It's not the same thing as self-love, but recognizing yourself is such a big part of self-love. So I think it'd be helpful.
All right, so I got the Knight of Pentacles for you. Same type of energy that I'm picking up is kind of similar to what Mike said, is kind of like you feel like you might not have the qualifications for something that you really want to do, but in truth, in reality, there is qualifications, because look at him. He has the king stag, and there's a king stag right here. So he's leading towards that kingdom. He's going towards that throne. And so with you thinking small about yourself, thinking that there's no way I can get X, Y, or Z when it comes to finances, when it comes to you rising to the top, you have to remember that, like Jack said, there is a list of qualifications that you already have right now. Okay, just go for it. Okay, think about like how you're going to present this. If you get those questions in an interview saying like, okay, so what do you bring to the table? What makes you someone that is going to be better than all the other people that applied for this, position? And you can easily just dish out that list, like, bam, this is what I bring to the table, and have that confidence of the Knight of Pentacles, because they know, they are assured in their vision. They know exactly where they're headed. They know that they're going to be the king stag soon. Okay. And so that's the energy that you have to bring in. It's going to happen soon. Just have patience with yourself. Understand that, hey, you know what? Even though you should have done this a long time ago, you should have chosen this a long time ago. It's okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. And so now is the perfect time for you to do it. Now is the perfect chance that you have, for everything is aligning, to support you in that transition. Okay. So that's all I have for you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Next we have Leah.
Last but not least.
Michael, is that your volume? Okay.
There's one more after Leah.
Gotcha.
It's a one card as well.
Okay. So
Leah.
Someone just told me to stop being so accurate before they rock me in my shit.
Must be a fire sign.
Yep, he's an Aries. He's an Aries Sag moon. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
It sounds like a fucking Aries. It does.
That's hilarious. All right.
ooh.
So who are we doing? Leah.
Yeah.
Okay, Leah. And she got the one card.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. Good call, Ari. That was amazing.
Dude, they're the only ones that would say that.
And mean it too, and probably
yeah, they really
would. Damn. All right. So we have. Ooh, Leah, you gotta tell people to get off your dick. You have to tell people. You have to make sure you stand up for what you're purporting. This is. I'm sorry.
I wasn't expecting to tell her that.
That was amazing.
Get off my nuts.
Get off your nuts is what you need to. And it comes with.
It's sort of like Like Jax.exe stopped working. I was just like,
it comes with Chariot, right, Leah? So this is something you've been fighting for a long time. I think you've been like championing this idea, and the energy I get, if people are looking at you like you're stupid, like you're kind of trying to purport something that to you is simple, but to others people think, oh, she's just doing her spiritual thing. And you have people who, because they have like master's degrees, or maybe they have more professional degrees, or maybe they're in higher places of society, they kind of look at you like you know what you're talking about, even though you're dead accurate. You're like dead accurate, like you're so on point. You actually have the advantage here, but it's gonna look like you're outnumbered. It's gonna look like you're outclassed. It's gonna look like you're the dumb one when you're actually the one who's right. So you have to stand up for what you believe right now, and this comes with the Hangman. So this is very important because in certain illustrations of the Hangman, you can see other people around the Hangman like angry at the Hangman. And it's like you just have to take all these people's shit. But the Seven of Wands is like, tell them to get off your dick. So keep that in mind. It's like you're having to just surrender to the fact that some people are just not like seeing clearly, but it's all good because you're right. So even the Hangman is like, fall back, like let people think they're right, even though they're wrong. Like just surrender, be the martyr here, but just know that you still want to stand up for what you're saying, even if you have to surrender through this period. Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of the message.
okay. That's okay. I was worried that.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Wait. I am complete.
When you said the Hangman, I thought about what Jax was saying to Kim.
Oh,
Oh my God.
the hung guy.
The hung guy.
Well, and it makes sense because you're wrestling a lion right now. You know, you're the strength card. You are essentially in this place where you're actually throwing around a lot of simple power. Like that's the way I'd put it. It's almost like things that other people are completing in a very sort of like routine, structured way. You're completing in a very like one single movement type of like format. Like it's interesting too because you're like taming all of these wild energies around you. Like you're taming them all in a very simple way. You're utilizing you're essentially utilizing your energy to its fullest potential in the original way that it like could have been utilized. And it's so important. Other people won't understand it. They don't understand why on earth you don't put the lion in a cage, why you don't just shoot the lion, why on earth you can be friends with the lion. Lions are dangerous. That's silly. But
lions are dangerous. That's
find
true.
your mastery. You have mastery over the animal. You have mastery over yourself. And that's the energy you're exploring right now. So just because other people judge it doesn't mean it has anything to do with your path. You know? It's beautiful.
All right, so I got the Queen of Cups for you. So this is kind of like you intuitively knowing exactly how to navigate these difficult situations, knowing exactly what to say so that people get off your back, and knowing when you do have to be firm with someone, okay? It's not just necessarily being polite, compassionate, and kind. There's another side of the Queen of Cups. There's a side of like, I'm not taking any shit, you know, from no one. And so they don't want to see that Scorpio side of the Queen of Cups, you know? So definitely, you know exactly how to maneuver your way through any situations with other people, especially opposing forces, people that are trying to tell you how to live your life, people that are trying to tell you how things are supposed to be, things like that. But you intuitively know exactly what to say so that just lets them believe that they're right, and you're just like, whatever, I'm still gonna do my thing. So that's definitely something that you've been able to navigate through and you're really successful at. Okay, so that's all I have for you.
And now we've got Nisha.
I got my MTV out. I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
That's the message for whoever got the next reading. Yeah.
Nisha, that's Nisha's message.
Whatever you want, you have to get.
Someone's off their meds. That's what I heard. I'm like, someone's off their meds.
And his name is totally not Diddy at all, or Puff Daddy. We got the Empress for you, Nisha. So it's definitely talking about you being in exaltation of your inner goddess. She get just one card?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nisha, we only got the Empress, we got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Wands is the hottest queen. Don't at me. But the Queen of Swords will chop your motherfucking head off. She chops the heads and dicks off of men like many Libra women, because she don't play that. Because she don't play that shit.
She goes and abuses them and leaves them behind when they don't work anymore.
Okay, that's not.
And it's all fair too. See, she's intelligent enough to rationalize what she's about to do, and you're just gonna accept it because she's just mad smart. So yeah, like she's bar none the most intelligent queen. If you talk to her wrong, she'll cut off your tongue. But she's totally not a bitch. She just knows, you know, not when to have her time wasted, and she's the most professional out of the four queens. This is you, like, being very independent with your energy, focusing on your projects, but she is so badass. She has mastered the sword. So, like, I see this as you. I see this as you, like, fully focusing and bringing out and presenting the best parts of your character. And we have this with the Lovers. So you want to bring this swag. Oh, you're a Libra. Oh, that's awesome. This is you. That's what's up. All right, or your son's a Libra. So the Lovers card is the Lovers card is definitely you bringing that swag to, okay, I know you got one, but I'm gonna bring the Ace of Cups here too. Oh, God damn!
Yeah, you're just bringing all kinds of things.
Right. All right.
Here's another one. Magic tricks.
Right. So I mean, I feel like you're bringing this swag to open up a new partnership. So the way I see this is, Nisha, you can create this right now. Right now, you can literally have like the soulmate relationship of your dreams. But like you're creating, it almost looks as if like someone influential is going to open their cup to you. But I see this as you, like basically seeing Prince Charming and walking up to him and just being like, "You're my manslave now. I mean, you're my boyfriend now. Like this is what it is. Like this is not the Queen of Cups who's like, oh, I love you, baby. It's not the Queen of Wands. It's like, what's up? Like, what's good? Are you a date or something?" I'm not trying to say that you're not charming, because Libra women are some of the most charming women ever, but I get the sense that you want to take an objective approach. Like you don't want to be rose-tinted glasses. I feel like you're going to attract a romantic person, but the more objective you are with it, and the more like logical you are with it, and not like emotional, the better it'll be. But I mean, it is what it is. You clearly got it popping. So
I think the exploration of that love energy is so important too, because like you have the World card as your result. I think that the more you explore love, the more you're going to find a lot of career success. Career sex. You're going to have the most sexual career possible. Your career. Well, there's actually. I read the other day. That was my best Freudian sentence. True.
That was the best.
Statistically, you're more successful the more sex you have. The more sex you have, the more successful you are.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually going to keep it. I'm not going to edit that. I like
career sex. Nice.
So the World card. So yeah, it's just like every area of your life being 100% like sex all over the place. So yeah, listen to Michael. Listen to Michael.
Sex.
The Lovers card could also be creative projects too. So it's like you working towards stuff you love to do. Career sex. That's amazing.
That was the best. That was
Magical sex now. You got the magician. Magical orgies and shit.
What a way to end this.
The four elements coming together, four elements coming together, getting together, magical orgy to create whatever it is that you want in your life. But seriously, it feels like you're definitely heading towards that road that you've wanted to be on for a very long time, especially when it comes to partnerships, as well as finding satisfaction in the relationship because you're an equal. Okay, you're both hardworking. You both have a goal in mind. You both want to build a family unit, as well as take care and nurture one another. Okay, so it feels like you're pulling that partnership in. unless you already have it and you're creating something beautiful together. All the elements are aligned and they're assisting you with this. So you got, you know, the element of air, which is your knowledge, you know, and then you have the element of fire, which is your passion. You got the element of earth, which is your, you know, manifestation or material wealth. You have the element of, you know, water, which is your emotions. Everything is in alignment. Everything is there for this to actually work 110%. Okay, so that's all I have for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like we are finished and complete. And I'm going to think about career sex for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
What that means to me. So there's that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for holding space. I do have a great news. We actually took part in a whole ritual right now because all of our composite energies, first of all, make an energy, and then everyone holding space during this moon in Gemini has like subconsciously manifested our subconscious thoughts, let's say, well, subconsciously manifested our thoughts. So I'm just saying this to say, be very mindful of what you are revealed when we disperse this broadcast and we go our separate ways, because this energy is going to manifest. And, you know, be very mindful to what your reveal is going to set off your week. And you guys stay blessed as always. Thank you once again.
Good luck on your career sex, everybody.
Peace out.